Yeah, Mumbai United, man. Just got home from work, so had to rush home. Couldn't miss this show for nothing. This is our first show of 2022, right? In terms of having the first guest.
Yeah.
And
2022.
yeah, this one is gonna be amazing. I know this individual personally. Um, can't wait to hear his story and talk about him and introduce him to the entire Virgin Islanders because we need to know that man ain't just Tim Duncan, myself, Cuthbert Victor. Man, we had so many great players back then, and this is one of the player I respect even to this day, and his shooting ability. So can't wait to get to this one. This one will be a classic. I'm hoping you guys enjoy this one. I definitely will. And I got a lot of questions for him. I don't know if this one will go an hour and a half, but the story gonna be that good. It's gonna take me where we need to be. So we're good though. Alice is the same Mumbai, just trying to keep working with the youths them and coming to the States next week. So we're gonna be very close.
Yeah. We'll be very close for real. And real quick, shout out to shout out to Chris. Chris got a show tonight, fellas. See Boogie coming on 8 o'clock Eastern time. His guest is Alicia Mills. One of the hosts of the Makeup Sex podcast. So if you guys want to tune in tonight, hear about what the guests and see Boogie don't have to talk about tonight. You guys could tune in 8 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. That's
Okay,
VI
okay.
time. VI time.
So this one
Yes.
is makeup sex.
No,
So that
she's the host of the Makeup Sex podcast.
oh wow,
Yeah, so
that's interesting.
yeah.
So she teaching to when you mess up how to get in there.
You
That's the
got
main game of it.
you got to tune in tonight. You got to tune in tonight. You got to tune in tonight. So, oh yeah, and also people get the viewers and everybody. We've been having some technical difficulties, especially with on Pang's side. So he's just tuning in again. So I'm gonna bring him up right quick. So
Go hear me?
Yes, sir.
yeah, man.
I might
We
have
can
to
hear you, man.
change
We can hear you.
location because I don't know how long I can stay on this cell phone. I gonna have to change location.
Yeah, no
It's
problem.
all
You can
good,
put
brother.
a
It's
name
all
better
good.
than when we was in the background because we couldn't hear you at all. So look like man, you got via Jacksonville and via in St. Croix.
I I think it's my iPad. I don't think it's the internet. I think it's my iPad just ain't really want to work right. So I gonna get I just got do a 15-minute drive and get a laptop.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I gonna run over to my kids house and use them other laptop. So I gonna sign on over there, but and just take me a little minute to get it.
man, just go with your phone. We mobile, man. You know we do it.
Hey, well,
You just drive it, and we
I
see what's going on in Jville as you drive it. You don't need to do all of that. We good.
very well. Let me start body in motion and Mumbai. You could start your thing. I hear listening, but here I loud and clear.
All right, so like a plan, man. Drive safe.
Harry,
Yeah, definitely drive safe and be careful. So
will do, man. I gonna sign off, and so to be on the safe side, and I gonna just make a quick chat over there
yeah,
and sign back on.
safety first, daily podcast second.
Harry,
Ivy.
Harry, later.
Yeah, man. Be safe. Yeah, man. First of
I
all,
gonna be on. I gonna be listening on the live on the Facebook live.
yeah, for sure. You
Harry,
know, definitely big up to all the viewers tuning in and everybody, man, supporting Akil Lewis and his episode. We definitely will get into the introductions real soon. So I just want to big up everybody, big up all the local business owners. We're not gonna really be doing a long introduction of each, business, but we definitely gonna shout out some and throughout the podcast, we definitely gonna take time and shout out more and stuff like that. But definitely big up the Legends 340, Savory Eats, the Melting Pot Cooking Class, Cebu Caribbean Restaurant, Next Level Up Printing, definitely big up Calypso Clothing, Hungry Hearts Hustle Apparel, definitely big up Caribbean Girls Rock, definitely big up, Melted by Croix, .com, definitely big up Rico Canario. That's just some of the business, owners from the Virgin Islands as well. Definitely big them up as well.
Yeah, man, that's good. Big ups there. Also, gotta big up some of my boys. Nato
Definitely.
doing big things. Apollo, always, gotta give him a shout out. And nothing ordinary. Gotta get Jamal some plug. Jamal doing big things. So,
Big up, Jamal. Big up.
I look like I'm coming in good at my computer, but I'm gonna bring him in first and then come in.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
everybody doing well, man.
Okay.
I got you. Yeah.
All right. So I coming in on mobile. So I'm good now.
Yeah, you good. You're spectacular, man. Let's get into this introduction, man. Like I ready for this. I'm ready for this episode. Oh yeah, definitely big up Livewire as well too. Definitely big up Livewire, man. I appreciate Lorena giving us this shouting out Akil and we reaching out to him and making this happen. So definitely big up.
Well, Virgin Islands, we don't want to take too long just talking about ourselves. We want to keep this thing short to the point and bring on our guests and just hear everything about the story we need to hear. Man, this young man right here, Akil Lewis. We call him AK the Gun, no violence. And when I tell you, one of the best shooters I have ever competed against in the Virgin Islands on the high school level. He played for Idorican. A lot of people didn't know back then. Idorican and Complex was like two of the big dogs. Charlotte weren't really the big dog in terms of the Virgin Islands
they were
high
puppies.
school.
They were the puppies.
Charlotte. I mean, no disrespect, but
I love.
It's not because they didn't have talent. They used to send away a lot of their best players to the States, like Jabari and Bubu and stuff like that. But when you sent away, that we didn't care. We playing against the school, and they was really step stool to all the three major high school. But this young man here, man, I have so much respect for him. I can't wait to hear his story.
Facts,
one of the shooters that I've seen that he can come on the court with slippers and give you 40 easy. He was that great of a shooter, and I like to shoot as well, and I respect game recognize game. Without any further ado, man, Akil AK-47, welcome to the Elite Podcast. And show yourself and let's hear this story, bro.
Hey, well, thank you, man. What's up, fellas?
Blessings.
You got no over. He always put an extra in all the time, bro.
That's what I was talking about earlier. You see, that's what I was talking about earlier. I couldn't do that at all. Like that's next level. That's God tier stuff.
We got to put it in.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Tegan, for the introduction, man. Good night, everybody. Like Tegan said, man, my name is Akil Lewis. One of the greatest. I always tell people, before Steph Curry or me, people will tell me I lying, but for real.
That's facts.
When I cross half court, they were going up and they were
that's
right back around.
Facts. You better believe it. That is facts. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, that's how deadly I was. As soon as I cross half court, two to three dribbles and they going up, bam. We going back down the court. I playing complex and Tegan holding the head, but what going on there?
I want to know who this man you be. I never see this. Who this man is? Like, well, my God. And then one thing with you, man, when you used to hit 1 or 2, watch out. You don't just hit 1 or 2 first quarter. You want to go out for like 5 and 6 in like 2 minutes. You kill the game in a 3-minute span. I used to be like, man, this dude, you don't want to war with this dude. Are you ready?
You gotta be ready.
Got to be ready.
Got to be loaded. Got to.
Lock and loaded, man. Lock and loaded, and all of it just came from hard work and practice. He's saying that, like I was telling Mamba earlier, that's how we used to do growing up. Is play basketball. Like in the sun, hot sun. When I had son playing ball all day, every day. As soon your mother had to call you. My mother used to, Akil, come inside. What coming outside, my son? I play ball.
Yes,
for real.
Yeah.
So Yeah, man. So tell me how we all started. Just give me like a little background of yourself. How you first
Man,
started playing, when you first, or whatever sport you've been playing. Just get the people a little knowledge about you.
I think I first started playing. I was like 6, 7 in Dunu. Me and my mother just moved in Dunu, the community, the projects. You know, just going on the basketball court. That's all I was doing is shooting. That's the first thing I started to do is shoot. No dribbling, nothing, no fatigue, and no shoot. That's the first thing I
Shoot.
learned. Just shooting. And I was like, man, I good at this, man. And you know, every day I just go on the basketball court, just practicing, shooting. You know, like at a young age, you know, you're growing up in a community, that's how you're doing. You get the older people then playing ball and stuff, and you're watching them, you know. So for me, I know basketball was like, wow, there's something I love doing. You know, I could see myself doing in the future, you know, and it just, as I get old, I just fall in love with the game, you know, from 9 to 12, 13 to 15, 16 to 18. As I grow, like, I just fall in love with the game, man. And it was just something like, wow, you know, what else I could do, you know? And for me, I tell a lot of people, man, basketball has helped me a lot from like straying in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Like how you know
That's true.
Tegan growing up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Even though your ex scapegoat is playing basketball and stuff, you still have your boys them you're growing up with. You
That's
still have
right.
to
That's
rep your
true.
hood.
Yeah.
You still gotta rep your hood, no matter how it
Mhm.
is, you know. You
That's
still
true.
gotta
That's
rep the
true.
hood. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
at the end of the day, them is the dudes or them is your partner, them you're going home with, you know, you see your lineman with in your community and stuff like that. So for me at the same time I still have to try and keep a balance, you know what I'm saying? I wanna play ball, you wanna look woman, you still wanna be you know and punk, you still trying to tug be a little tug in the middle. Like you're trying, you
It's
know,
a
keep the
balance. It's a
balance up.
balance in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All of we had
It's a
that. I mean, no
yeah.
more
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
nobody else more greater than Mumba. I mean,
It's right.
he was the head of the clan.
Hey, when Akil talking and saying that, right? I thinking back then and I laughing, just thinking like, man, when you're young, man, you have no common sense whatsoever, bro.
At
I'm
all.
telling you,
At
man.
None
all.
of we. You check when you if you think back, like the stuff you used to be doing, you be like, man, what would take you, man? Like
We easily
all
Yeah.
of we.
influence, man, and just like
Yeah,
Akil
all of
says,
we.
it's your surroundings and who you're with. So it's a
Yeah.
crazy balancing act. I was lucky that I had the so-called bigger the man them at the hood saying, no, you
Yeah.
different. You go college. So they kind of shade me away from that. I mean, Mumba, when we heard your story, you was actually in the mix. You was there, you know what I'm saying? And you actually have to
Yeah.
break away. So I can only imagine how all of your the troops them were following you, how they felt when you tell them don't start with down.
It was crazy, especially
Yeah.
like and like you want to play ball at the same time. Listen, when I finally I went Ken for 1 year, then I went away. I want to be under the shed. Me want to go no class. Me want to do nothing. I just want to pass just to play
Just to
basketball, you
play
know. And
ball.
it's yeah, I be for real
Yeah.
like that. That was my mindset. Like after basketball season done, I under the shed every day, you know. I don't know how I pass, you know, but I under the shed every day, you know.
Yeah.
You
So let
pass
me
because you
ask
were the
you.
man.
So let me ask you, AK, who was your first coach?
My first coach, 9 to 12. Who was our first coach? How I when I my mom had get sick when I was like 8 or 9, and I ended up going away with my uncle to do like third grade. I came back St. Thomas fourth grade, and I played with Dunu Jayut. I think my first coach at 9 to 12 at Dunu was who was our coach? It wasn't Tumba yet. How you know Tumba been with Jayut for a long time.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name off my head. It's on my tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. But I played with Jayut from 9 to 12 with Duno, my hood, like played with them for a while, you know. After that, I think when I reached 12, I ended up going under CB. And once I went under CB, it was a wrap.
Yeah, that was it.
Like, yeah, after I went under CB, I played with CB in Wrong the Field. It was a wrap. I never played with, hey, my hood man, them used to cost me, oh, you're selling out your hood to play with Wrong the Field. That's how it used to, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pressure.
Listen,
That's
yeah.
pressure. That's some
yeah.
pressure right
Yes,
there.
sir.
And I got to go home in the hood, you know, and I got to go back in the
That-
hood.
No, but see, we can do that. You talk about a little bit about it because he have been major impact even in my life and a lot of us coffee. And even though he's from St. Thomas, he never had this kind of stigma, St. Croix versus St. Thomas. Back then, all we were one. Like you said, we used to have a traveling team. All we came together and we went state and bust them boys' ass. So
Yeah,
CB was really instrumental in putting that together. Talk a little bit about him and what he meant to you and stuff like that.
yeah, man. For CB had helped me a lot. Like I think that summer I had did something bad in school, wherever. My mom said, "Man, you don't play in your hood. You don't go summer camp in Wrongley Field." My father take me Wrongley Field. That's why I ended up meeting with CB. Like CB just helped me like think the game better. You know, what I'm saying, open up my eyes. And then from there, we had I think we had first before Hurricane Marilyn, we had came over St. Croix with St. Thomas Arsenal. That's when CB first started to do the organized basketball stuff with us. But we beat St. Croix by 50 to take off the leg. Ah, you fool, son. Hey, listen, we,
Oh
listen,
my God.
we beat them by 50. They took off the light and rocked the bus. I remember that. I remember that 100%. For real, like
My goodness. 50?
50.
Then who was on your team back then?
9 to 2. I think we were to 9 to 12. It was like me, Boo Boo, all of us. Like we were still that age group. We had a big team. Akil, the other Smokey, Raheem. We had like a Lee Board
Oh, yeah.
Robot. Like
Yeah.
No,
we had a
you
big.
that's a squad. You just
Yeah.
got a squad there. You don't
That's a
even need
squad.
to go no more.
That's a tough
That
one.
day-
That's a tough
That
squad.
squad can beat anybody.
Yeah, that's bad. That's a serious squad.
Benedict Caesar on our team. Like we had a big team.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a squad.
So when CB introduced us to this travel thing, now it's just like, now for me it's like I ain't gonna play with my hood no more. I gonna just concentrate on this travel team thing. Like CB really trying to get us going, and then the Milwaukee trip them start coming around with Teague and all of us start going every year. And as I always say, man, for CB, like he took me out of that environment and bring me to a better environment. You know what he's saying? He helped me, guide me in a way like, Akil, you got the opportunity to do something where like even if you don't make it in the NBA, you have the chance to get a degree. You know what I'm saying? So that was the purpose of it. And I never tell the story. I was supposed to go away. I wasn't even supposed to be Ken that 9th grade. Yeah, I know Tegan. I was supposed to go. But see, how Jabari them I done gone already the year before. How Jabari, Akin, I think
Boo
Boo Boo, and Lee Bot had done leave already. So I was
Yes.
going to go that year. But see, we say just do 1 year here, and then the next year you're going to go. I say, okay. Again, I fight in the direction, I almost get stopped to death.
Wow.
I almost get stopped. Listen, I had me and the dude fighting. The man take out a big kitchen knife. I was like, what? No, man, not today, Akil. I have to run, my son. I could laugh about it now, how we older, but at that time, it was just like, I could have lose my life there. My mother said, no, man, this. Yeah. I could have lose my life there. And like I say, from then I was gone, man. Like, my mother said, no more of this, my son. So after that summer, I went away with Jabari and all of us. I went away together.
Man.
Real.
Wow,
It's crazy, man.
That's a story I didn't know about.
Yeah,
so
nobody
he
did.
Yeah, man. I'm happy that nothing really major happened. It's a good learning story, but man, you fight a man with a butcher knife.
A kitchen knife like you're cutting the ham and talking like that.
You guys ain't playing it.
That's the worst to get stopped from.
What? That's the worst thing to get stopped from, my son.
Man, I don't do a lot of damage, man. Yeah, that's scary.
I probably wouldn't have been here to tell my story.
So let me ask you, what grade did that happen?
That happened in 9th grade. After 9th grade, I went Kent for 1 year, and then I went America. What ended up happening is it was me, Jabari, Boo Boo, Lee Bot, Akin, and Josiah James.
Oh my God!
We was going
talent. Wow.
Yeah, we were going to we was going to this school in Homestead, supposed to be Berkshire High School. So we reach up there, all of us on the same flight. We don't reach America, everything good. Next thing you know, couple days into it, it look like the husband and the wife at the school, divorce. We ain't in no school no more. School call off, you know.
What?
We don't know. Mo, listen.
Wait, you gotta talk about that journey. We can't jump over that. We need to know what happened there.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Listen,
What?
Keegan, we up here like, what going on? What we gonna do? We don't know what school we gonna attend. Nothing, you know. We here,
Wow.
So you don't know. Jabari, Bubu, Libot, and Akin done went to a school the year before. So they are ready. Me and Josiah here just like, but what we gonna do? We ain't going back St. Thomas, you know. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. I ain't going back St. Thomas. So CB had called the school to see if they could accept me and Josiah. They say nah. I say what? So what going on here, man?
Jeez.
Like we in a rock in a hard place. My mother called. I tell CB my uncle live in Miami. So they call CB say, can your uncle? I know my uncle gonna take me for sure. You know what I'm saying? I know that 100%. Can my uncle take Josiah? I say, well, I have that conversation and see what's gonna happen. They call my uncle. My uncle said, man, that ain't a problem. He took me and Josiah in. We went to Hollandale High School in Hollandale High in Florida. As soon as we reached campus, hear them VI boys came to rescue us, my son.
That was it. No, that was
Yeah,
it.
that was it. Like I used to be training these alley hoop for Josiah from half court, and he going up for them.
Man, he
He
could have jumped
going
me some.
up.
Yeah.
What?
That's one jumper. He and Jabari was two of the highest jump I ever played with. I could just try to alley-oop any part of the backboard. They were gay. They make me look good, but it won't me. They could just jump that high.
And the crazy
Those guys
thing,
are amazing.
yeah, man. And the crazy thing about it is like I was only in 10th grade and I came and start over all them dude up there, you know. I was pointing out walking at them dude, my son. I was pointing
I
out.
remember we were following you though. We were following you. You guys was doing
Yeah.
really well. You guys were doing really well. How was the transition from leaving our type of play? Because you know we play a lot of zone to go to man to man. How was that like in terms of the transition? Because you was always fast. No, everybody always say about your shooting, but you could handle as well, and you was very quick. Your crossover was very deadly because your crossover could go right into your jump shot. You had one of the deadliest crossover.
I had that Tim Hardaway crossover. I used to practice all the time.
Tim Hardaway,
Yeah, I had that Tim Hardaway crossover. But for me, it was, I'll be honest, like I was young, so that still adjusting to their game a little bit, it was kind of difficult at first, you know, because I was like, what? We used, back home, that's all we do is playing zone.
Exactly.
So I had to adjust, like, couple games into it. Like, my coach say, Akil, you just have to adjust. I said, okay. So as soon as I started to adjust to it, like, it was good. I could say, right, high school basketball in St. Thomas and high school basketball in the States, totally different. The gym to be sold out in the States.
Right? Yes.
And our high school was like in the hood. And I talking about these man betting $500, $1,000 on these games are there, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Real games, son. Real games.
Listen, it was so I was killed. I had it so good thing. I've been there from 10th to 12th grade. Yeah, it had a restaurant right next to the high school. Them drug man used to be like, Akil, just go there and put anything on. We gonna pay for it. That's how good we are at it.
Wow. Man.
Them man used to buy me. They say I tell them I need a fresh pair of shoes. If you just throw down 30 points tonight, you get a fresh pair of Jordans. You know you're gonna throw 30 down tonight for sure, right?
How you mean? That's easy. You do that. You will do that in the first half. That's nothing.
My boy.
Wow.
The transition it was different, but I loved it. You know, it helped me a lot. You know, become a better person. You know, and a better player as well. You know, because every time, like, when I used to do come home for the summer and play man league and stuff, it's like I feel I was too advanced for down here now.
Because you don't see everything.
Yeah, you see. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I don't.
And then how we play here, when we lose it, we go to man to man.
Yeah.
But in the States, they play man to man from jump. So seeing somebody transition to man is like, well, you think you're doing something great. You just making my game more open.
Easier,
So
easier.
yeah,
So the transition was like it was nice, and like I say, at the end of the day, I will always thank CB for everything he done for all of us. How you have to mention, no matter what none of us did, none of this
yes,
would have never been there without Cyril Benjamin. You know what I'm
that's
saying? For
true.
real,
That's true.
man.
Yeah.
That's true.
How I tell
Yeah,
people, like I was telling, huh?
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Like I was telling Mamba, like going on this trip to Milwaukee and Chicago expose all of us. You see, Tegan, you end up going what Jacksonville State or something? Jacksonville?
Yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah,
Yeah, like you was a killer now. Don't act like you wasn't a man.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I had a little thing, but I mean, it's about you tonight. The real AK.
but them tournaments really help us a lot though, man. Like it really like
Yes, it
that
did.
was a blessing. It helped a lot of us. Like I say, even though we didn't a lot of we didn't never make it to the league or anything, like it just helped us to get our degree and help
That's
us to
right.
see the
Yeah,
wall.
man.
You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that, for real. I really appreciate that.
One more question, and then Mumbai want to jump in. How was your
Hmm.
recruiting process when you was in Miami? Because that's a hot spot for ball and football. So, like, how was your recruiting?
I think I ain't gonna lie, I was getting frustrated and I just picked something. I should have taken my time. And CB cost me for that. I ain't gonna even lie. He was like, I ended up going to Lynn University. CB was like, man, just wait and see. Curtis Tong was done at Barry
Barry.
University. He had wanted me to come Barry. I had Morehouse. Most of these were like D2 schools. Morehouse in Atlanta. I had Tampa University as well. So most of the schools were like D2 schools. And I just rushed it. CB was like, why you rushed it? You should have taken your time. In my mindset, I was like, summer coming at me in the schools,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, what going on here? I went and visit Lynn. I see the environment was good. The atmosphere was good. And I when I went there, I called CB and told him, listen, they're going to accept it. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. Like, they showed me some love. And even though I wanted to go Barry too because I caught his tongue, I was like, I just want to go to my element, though. You know what I'm saying? Try something different. You know
True.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
so I end up going Lynn, and it was a great experience at Lynn. I hold the most 3 point I made at Lynn for almost 10, 15 years. Still a couple years ago, another guy broke it. So now
Wow.
I second. Yeah, so now I second.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now I second.
that ain't too
Now I
bad.
second.
That ain't too bad at all,
Second
listen.
ain't bad at all.
Yeah, now I second. Our last year, my last year at Lynn, we went to the final four. We lost in the final four. So I think our record that year was like 29-6. We had a great year. You know what I'm saying? And like I was telling Mama, man, for me, college was just the experience was lovely. You get to travel with your team, go to different states, play. You know what I'm saying? And I won't change it for the world. I won't change it for the world at all. I appreciate my journey. My journey was good, and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate my journey. For real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, you
remember
gotta
jump
love it,
in.
listen. You gotta love it.
What?
So, I know you see you started playing basketball like around 6. What particular game, if you could remember, what particular game you could say, like, man, you know what, that game is when I realized, like, I's the man. Like I could play. I could go to the next level. I ready. That type of feeling. That confident.
I think I was playing 9 to 12 against Bubu, my son. Bubu and Miguel. Wrongly feel had a big team. I was 9 to 12, and them two were stud. Like, real stud. And I was playing with Jayut, and I was like, them man were beating we like, we ended up losing by like 2 points in about. Them man were up like 20, man. And I say, no, man, we can't get blown. My son, I come down and hit about 6 trees in a room, my son. Bam, 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 bam.
That's it. I tell you, once you hit one, you gotta watch out, my son.
Hey,
My son,
AK-47, listen.
This man is locked and loaded, brother. You gotta watch out.
at 12 years old, I say I could do this. I say, no, man, I gonna be good at this, man. And I beat the rim. I say, imagine when I go on a bigger rim. We end up losing by 2 by like a last second shot. But when I see that, I end up that game with like 40 points at 12 years old.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
At 12 years old, I had 40 points.
I was nowhere close to your talent at that age.
You are nowhere
That's-
close. See?
Nowhere close.
Tiga would jump in
Soccer
and
was
points
my
a little bit
first
older.
sport. Yeah, I get cocky when I reach complex. That soccer was really my number one sport first,
Hey,
so I didn't really
It had
care
it
much.
had a time I was playing in the ghettos. It's so funny I talk about that. We were playing ghettos. The score was ghettos 12, Akil Lewis 18. For real.
That's crazy.
Yo,
He had all the points.
all the points, man. Oil can, you know. That's an oil can right there, son. That's an oil can.
But
You,
hey,
you're in the
when
league
you
with
saw-
Valence and Tegan. You all are in the same league. So the biggest oil can them I know. Akil, Valence, Tegan.
No, the high school I never used to pass, so I ain't gonna lie. I got gun too.
You never used to pass.
I know.
No.
Listen,
That's why.
you
That's
know
why you know. I mean, this is your episode tonight, but that's why I laugh when you said, "Man, Tiga, you know you were the man too," and I was laughing because I was his teammate at that particular time when he was the man. So I just thinking back, and I just then laughing because you say
I
that.
never used to pass for son.
Listen, when the man tell me, when I hear the man say, Ghettos 12, Akil 18, I say, why? He putting work already in the first quarter?
Yeah, but
In the
dropped
first
it in and
quarter
eased back.
alone, at 12 years old, you know.
Yeah, that give you that confidence, man.
From then I know the sky was the limit. Like I feel like I ain't gonna be like I play with Bobo them and I respect all these man game and Benedict. In my eye was telling them and I bother on them, you know. I used
Right.
to tell them
Yeah,
man
that's
that
the way you should feel.
for
That's the way
real.
you should feel.
And I
But
respect all
let me
them,
ask
man.
you something before I forget, because I don't forget quick. What happened to Ricky Martin, I guess?
Yeah, Ricky
Is
Martin.
Martin
I don't know. Yeah, from Duno, yeah. I don't know. Like after
He was a good player too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
After
he didn't
he didn't really he was more like a two-sport person, you know, baseball, basketball, but you know. Yeah, man. My son
So
in my
last
mindset.
last question before Mumba jump in. Because
Okay.
Good, Tiga, you good, man. You good.
I know you as a two guard because I said you couldn't be point guard. We was two guard. We were two guns.
Yeah.
What position you settled at in college? Were you still because I had problem. I'm gonna just tell you my story. I had problem with my coach. He was old, you know, and yes, I always like to shoot, but man, he changed my game a lot. He really molded me into the point guard I became, and luckily I did because then I became a professional. At our size, we have to have some type of point guard skills in that era. But now you're saying Kyrie and Steph, we were doing what them guys was doing. That's nothing new. That was us.
Yeah.
We used to average them type of points. But now they are seen as point guard where it's like we came before our time. What were you when you were in college? Were you a point? Were you like more of a two and then back and forth switch to the point?
It was like back and forth. Like 1 minute they want me to play point. One next minute they want me to play two. Depends who I in the game with. I might be the half guard. You know, so it was like a mixture, everything in between. You know, like, but as I think like my last 2 years of college, I become more a shooting guard. They put me more on the shooting guard my last 2 years of college. Like my first 2 years, the coach we had, the last 2 years we had a different coach. The first 2 years, the coach we had wanted me to play point guard, and it was like, yeah, I want to be point guard, but I want to shoot. I want to shoot the ball.
That would have been my next question because American at that time wanted the typical point guard, the Jason kids, the one who come down and just pass and go spot up, and we didn't have the freedom to go and do what we know we can do with our game. And why you support me? I'm passing to a shittier man. I know can't shoot better than me. That used to burn me.
Bad. That used to burn me in my heart. In my heart, that used to burn me. And that used to burn me like, but what going on here, coach? Like, really and truly?
We know we can shoot better than these men, but we gave them most of the ball. That used to puzzle me a lot. So that's why I wanted to ask how you went through that transition, because it was really tough for me until my junior and senior year where coach was like, all right, use the best player in the team. Here's the car and the keys. Go do what you want.
I think my freshman year was like up and down. Like how that year, my freshman year, we came in with like we had one of the best freshman class in the Sunshine State Conference in Division Two. We had like 6 freshmen came in all year.
Wow.
So it was like
A
6
lot.
freshmen coming. Yeah. So
Yeah.
all of us just battling for position. So my freshman year was just like, I ain't gonna lie, Tegan. It had times my freshman year I was like, I'm gonna transfer. Like I was thinking on this, Like for
Yeah.
real, I was like, I'm gonna transfer. Like I'm gonna put in my transfer papers and I'm gonna find some places to go because I can't do this here, my son. You know what I'm saying? And you know them coaches trying to talk you out of it. You know how they is.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll just sit you down and kill. You know, I say, okay. What really get me going, I think my sophomore year, we went to a tournament. We went to a tournament in North Carolina. I think we were down. We are not winning the game by like 1. We were down like 15. I have boy come off the bench and score 30 points, 9 3-point us, my son. I
Jeez.
want fire.
God.
Tegan, I want from then. They were up the road from then, Tegan.
Yes,
my
sir.
sophomore
Yes,
year,
sir.
From there, they come off the bench.
Jeez.
9 3. The other team was like, he can't miss. Tegan, as soon as they come half court, I was just training it up. Boom, boom,
Bam.
boom. What?
You was in that zone, son. You was in that zone.
From then, the coach was like, you're going to play 2 guard from now. Yeah, that's my natural position.
Yeah, it is. It was your natural position. I think it was mine as well. I didn't
Yeah.
really care much about point. But
Yeah.
let me ask you, who did you kind of mirror your jump shot off of? Because I remember you and myself, we used to jump really high to get our shot off.
Yeah.
I don't. But back then, you see, in the NBA, ain't really had like I ain't gonna lie though. I used to try and mirror my game a lot after like Tim Hardaway and Kevin Johnson. Like that little
KJ,
yeah. I
You
used
were
to
nice.
love me. Yeah.
You were
I
nice.
used to love me a kid, and I had that Tim Hardaway. I had that Tim Hardaway crossover. I ain't gonna
Yes.
lie. I had that Tim Hardaway.
No, your crossover was nasty. You had one of the nastiest crossover and pull up. So you had that over Tim because you are a better shooter. Because when you do that crossover, something you to do that when you do that crossover, you to go right into the jump shot.
Into
It's
the jump
very
shot.
hard to stop.
Yeah.
It's
that's-
really hard.
I just used to practice that, Tegan. It's a lot of practice I put in, A lot of practice. And I think what happened, what make my shot even get better, when you go college, they really teach you that real form, how to shoot the ball and how to hold it.
The
So
follow through. And
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of repetition.
I used to be when practice done, I in the gym shooting, just shooting. Like I just used to be in the gym shooting. Coach used to be like, "You're not ready?" I said, "Nah, man, I'm gonna pop like 200-300 more shots, probably 500 shots." I just used to be in the gym.
Let me ask you, because I always used to ask about you a lot. Because look, man, I have so much respect for you. I never forget how good a great a player you was. I felt you should have been on the national team. You never get no call for the national team?
Never. And that's why I wanted to bring that up tonight too. Never. I don't. Never.
How is that possible?
Ask Uzi Richards. I could call his name. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you never got called, because you was really one of the best shooters I have seen with my eyes. It was amazing.
Never. And up to this day, a lot of people used to ask me, "But Akil, how you never get a national team?" I don't know. Never got a phone call. Never get nothing. Never.
Because most of the guys them you called did, because Boo Boo, Jabari, Curtis was supposed to come, but we heard that he had ties with England. I think he has signed with England because he played professional there, so he couldn't play with us no more. Jerome. I mean, a lot of guys that you called that played with you had a tryout. So I'm wondering was there something been said? Did you? I don't know. How is that possible? You was never considered.
I never had, honestly. I never had any relationship with Uzi. I never had a conversation with him, so I don't know. I don't know if he ever tried to reach out to me. Like, I never had anything. No phone call, no tryouts, nothing. Like, nothing at all. Crazy. That's why that's something I never think. I always used to say, why, how I was one of the best shooters in the Virgin Islands and never been on a national team. How?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I mean, I'll have to ask CB because I remember when I got my tryout, CB was one of my biggest pushers. He was like, dude, the team that we take in Milwaukee can beat the national team. That man used to
Of
be like,
course.
you crazy. And we
Of
said that
course.
man should be like, well, set up the game, the team that we can really compete. But they never do it, right? But
Yeah.
eventually most of us got the shot and we transitioned to the national team. So it's very shocking you being one of the best players out there. I never had a chance. So I'll have to
I
do
kn-
some research on that, like what really happened there, man. That there is really a sad story. You never got
Yeah.
the shot.
Never
Because you'd
get
have
the shot.
definitely succeed. But I mean, we needed shooters on that team, especially when you're bringing a team
Especially
together for 2 weeks and go and play. You need man who can flat out shoot because you don't have no
especially
time to run no
international ball.
offense.
Especially international ball. Especially international ball. How that's all they do is shoot. So
Yeah,
you do need them shooters. You know what
It's
I'm
true,
saying?
yeah.
I was shocked. Honestly, man, I never got a call. Never got a call.
wow.
I ain't never got. That's crazy. I don't know how, but
Do you
I
do
guess.
you oh go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask, like, if any of you guys know, like, well, Akil won't know, I don't know. You know, like, how do they choose the teams? You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason I ask is because, like, you know, does Usi is the one that chooses the team, or does he have guys who go and look for the players them and bring them in? You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Yeah.
asking, like, how that process is, you know?
OC don't normally choose a team. The coaches there to choose a team. What they do is choose a list. I don't know who was in the selection of choosing the list. You have to have like a list, I think, of 25 to 50 players or something like that. Pan can correct me. But then they have to send the list in, and based on that list, then the coach will, I guess they invite whoever they need to invite, and the coach pick the team. So you see defense, not that I'm being his defense, but he never picked a team. He just drew his name, and at the end of the day, the coaches then pick whoever they need to pick. But I just felt like a talent like Akil is no way in hell his name should have always been on the list. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I don't understand that one. That's
Yeah,
something
man.
that's that thing. I was too young at the time to be considering that, but now we all
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
realizing
Yeah.
like damn, what the hell happened here? This man was one of the best players we had. So
Yeah.
I never get called, my son. Never get called. Never get.
and I never played with you or no. I would have loved to play with you, the man. That would have been so great.
You the guy a lot of assists.
Man, I'd have loved to play with you. I mean, and even when Devon was coming up, Devon was a gun as well. So you had like
Yeah.
three crazy knock down, leave man open, that man would poison you. And when team would have played a zone, if you put three of us on the court, there's no way they could have played zone because you have a man in the middle and two on the wing. Pick your poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I don't understand. Like I really didn't understand that theory at all. Like why I never been on the national team for real. Like I never question it. I just go ahead with life and play. I just used to just kill him Man League then. Man League.
Yeah, I know that, man. I used to follow you. They say AK got 50 something tonight. Like man, that ain't nothing new. That's a regular for that man. That's like an average.
Yeah.
It's like an average. That nigga is nothing new for you, man. Come on.
Listen, Man League over here used to be like Akil Lewis and Jam Squad play. You don't want to see the gym full, you know? Ram,
Yeah,
packed,
crazy.
you know?
Who was our main opponent? It was Jam Squad and Jayuts. Who was our main?
We had I want Jam Squad. They had Jayut and then they had Jabari them. The real thing.
The real thing.
The real thing. When listen, I swear to my first year I moved back home in 2006. Jabari then went on undefeated. I didn't play with Jam Squad then. I played with Jayut. My son, listen, Jabari then went through the whole regular season. My son beat everybody. We get them in the second round of the playoff here, me boy. When we play them in the regular season, it was a high scoring game. The game was like 106 to 100 or something, my son. Something like that.
That's
yeah.
close.
Yeah. It was me and Devon. Devon was still like in 10th grade or 11th grade or something like that. My son, we sweep these man in 2 games. Me and Devon probably scored 80 points between me and Devon.
That's crazy.
Listen, the walk we put on them, man, in that series, right?
Yeah.
It was so crazy. Like, as soon as I crossed half court, I was pulling up. I averaged about 38 or 39 points in that series alone.
Wow. That's insane.
Listen, the game was so crazy. The both games, and by time halftime blink, them man were down 20. That's how quick we went up on them, man. We went up on them, man, quick. As soon as the game
who was their guards?
Who were their guard then? I think it was Raheem. Who was their guard then? It was Raheem. They had a big team, my son. They had a big team. Who was it? I think Raheem was one of the guard. Them. He wasn't so high. How so high play with us?
They played zone?
They played zone and man. But they couldn't stop me. They couldn't stop.
They definitely couldn't play zone against you and thing.
Yeah, man.
I will kill that zone. I'll shoot that zone up.
Yeah,
they had a time. Listen, they had a time I just cross half court and put it up Jojo. Like, but Akil, what you doing? I say you go in there and I turn right back around. Let's go play defense. the gym went crazy, you know.
That's insane, son. Man, it'd be so great if that man had saved some of them games on tape, man. It would have been insane. Maduro. Yeah, he was a solid guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They had a good team. Them man had a big team. Them man had a really good team. Ain't gonna lie, but for some reason in that series, we were just lacking, my son. We were lock and loaded, my son. We were lock and loaded in that series, my son. And then losing the championship.
Oh man.
It'll be like that, man.
So
Khalid wanna get the tips.
Khalid wanna get the tips. Let me ask you, all the time, right, that you was there in college, we had a university team with Jabari, Carlos Arkin, Pang, Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You was eligible for that. You never get called for that either?
No, never get called.
Remember when we win the gold medal and then we end up going to China?
Yeah, I remember. I never get called for that. All them when I in college.
Nah, you could have been on that team. We had guys, you were better than a lot of guys on that team. Hey, Pang. Pang freezing, but
he good now.
Man,
like,
you definitely could have been on that team.
And that's the thing, man. Like, I wish I was a part of that team because, like, the experience, man. Like, I don't know what happened. Like I say, I don't know what happened. They never called me, but I wish I did have the opportunity to play with you guys. You know, for real.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
wish I did.
We got a question up on the screen here. You know, I mean, we kind of talk about it and stuff, but question: do you think outside of the ones who see and everybody else who pick the team, etc., should his boy them have referred him, like one of your friends them, probably try your name?
I don't know how that will work, Tegan. How that will work?
I that's what I'm saying. That's why I felt like maybe CB would have definitely plugged you in. I know CB well enough, and you know him. I definitely think CB probably plugged you in. So I'm not gonna say CB didn't do it, but I just can't believe. Like I say, when we was young, we were more concerned about ourselves, so we weren't really into who they're the team. So we selfishly just thinking we need to grow our game. But now that I'm thinking back, like, no man, Akil, they bring a lot of Yankee dude that never touched the court. You are 10 times better than.
They bring dude who even play, who even want just because the parents live here. I mean, saying they weren't good, and I don't take nothing away from them, man. But still, like, we here,
Yeah.
What do you think the VI team need to do in terms of your vision because now the VI team is under new leadership. Obviously, the COVID hit, but President Earl Baker now is the president. Donald Bow and Dean is vice president. So now you have other guys with new vision. What do you think they need to go to get more of the local talent? Because I think a lot of the local players like yourself never got that opportunity to really showcase our skills.
True, they need to, but I think I don't know how the process works, but I think they don't need to wait till the last minute. Like, let's get a team together in the last 2 to 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? For example, when we used to go before we went to Milwaukee, CB used to have us practicing from when, like, April,
3 or 4 months before,
yeah. So for me, I feel like if they don't have so we don't get embarrassed, if they don't have a VA team, national team, if you know the Olympics or whatever is in August, start from March looking for your players and start training them. Don't wait till the last minute and then you get embarrassed. It don't work like that. Not with, especially how basketball is in the States. It can't work like that.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
It can't work like hot. That man in the States playing every day,
That's
They
right.
playing every day. They're
Yeah.
playing every day. And that's what we used to do before we went Milwaukee. We used to play ball every day. So ain't like them guys had an advantage over us because we was hung too. So you have to make the national team as you have to take it serious. You can't just go say you're going on a trip and then you get embarrassed. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to take it serious. How you're wearing Virgin Islands on your chest.
That
For
pride.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I think they need to invite more people too.
True.
I think they need to
Yeah.
invite more people. And I think that like some of the top high school basketball players need to get invited too as well. They need to
Yeah.
start building like a culture, like a big culture, like a melting pot, so people could start getting experiences and stuff like that. A lot of the veterans in the team who ain't gonna be there in the next couple of years, etc., could kind of take some young ones under the wing and teach them the game and stuff like that. Stuff that they could work on in the next season, following up, etc., and stuff like that. I just think you need to be a more like a big culture with a lot of the different players, man, and bring everybody in and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much cost and money and stuff plays a factor, but that's something they could start doing.
I think they just and that's right. For me, they gotta take it more serious. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, Pang them could talk about it when Jarvis used to coach, and when we start practicing to go Milwaukee, we on like they have a tryout. By the time April come, how we leaving in like June, July. By the time April come, CB them done get the 12 or 15 players, and we up the road from there. We start practicing hard. Like we don't have a vision what we gonna do before we reach. It'll be now. It'll be seeing it now. It's like, oh, this tournament is in August. I got a team together and practice in 2 weeks. You don't get no chemistry. You know what I'm saying? You can't get no chemistry with players like that.
Yeah,
and then for
impossible.
me, I gonna go. If I was a player like that in 2 weeks, for me, I gonna just go get mines. You know what I'm saying? I gonna just go get mines in 2 weeks.
That's right. Yeah.
For real.
Because you don't know the other players, them. You don't have no chemistry with them. So basically, you ain't want to go and mess up and look bad. You know what you can do.
Yeah, so
and that's what actually happened on the national team as well on a higher scale. A lot of the players them come in and they want to lean upon their own physical ability instead of playing as a unit. But at that high level, you can't play by yourself because those guys are professional too. Them guys will destroy you.
Destroy you. And I think that's what they need to do. If something they need to do is like just start training from early, like. So when they're going away again,
they're playing this weekend. They're playing Saturday and Sunday. I'm gonna commentate the game on Channel 12 at 3:00. They're playing against Bahamas, and then Sunday they're playing against Canada.
Nice.
So have they been practicing?
Next question.
Hey, that's a good one, Nimerson.
He said, next question.
Next question.
No, but hey, man, like I said, the COVID really is tough. I think the leadership in terms of Baker, I know him personally, we know him personally.
Yeah.
He has a good vision for it. I think COVID actually threw a lot of monkey wrench in it. Because I think without COVID, I think we would have had that local flavor that we all of us always want, including myself, Pam and Mumba. Because we needed to have more local, man. Because when I realized with the team, and I've been playing from 99 all the way until 2014. I realized when you have more the local man who grew up here, who kind of go to the battle here, who know what the people them is and think. Nothing wrong with having guys from the States, but you have a greater pride playing for the Virgin Islands because you know you got to go up to face them same people who you're representing. So we play harder and we do better. And then when we get the team with a bunch of guys who don't have that kind of connection, we flare out. Sometimes we don't even win 2 games. We win like
That's
1
very
game
true.
and 0 game because all them guys believe they come in to play on the national team to make a contract. And it was
Yeah,
never about that. It was about one VI. And as long as we win, we're putting ourselves on the map.
Yeah. And you see, that's why I used to like our team when we go Milwaukee. We just used to think about if Pang and Tegan got a scholarship, we are winning. You know? That's how we used to
That's
think.
right.
Of it, you know?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, that's
It's
how we
true.
used to. Our turn gonna come next. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? That's how we used to think on it. Our turn.
I
gonna
tell you
come.
the truth. When you look at the scholarship that everybody got, including yourself, me, Coffee, Pam, Killer,
Jabari, Akil,
Jabari, Akil. Man, that is what you call success. CB was really a walking success before his time. If you're looking in terms of really pushing Virgin Island athlete to the next level, CB had the blueprint. And that's something I'm trying to do today. I'm doing the traveling team same way. Last year, I took a couple of teams to the States, and 7 of them guys playing high school ball in the States now.
That's good.
So
That's good.
I'm trying to do that same type of thing. But the blueprint is there. It's just something about we at home, not us, because we have already seen the landscape of what it takes to take the athlete to the next level. But for some reason at home, we kind of just sitting on good talent and think like it's gonna be here forever. It's not gonna be here forever.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
not.
We gotta start.
It's not.
When you have Aliyah Boston, #1 woman female athlete in America, not the bird in America,
In America. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and she can't even get serious recognition. You know, something got to be wrong with our people. Something is not right, man.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right,
true, man. That's true.
And she's a beast. She is a beast.
She's a beast.
She's a beast.
Man, she just got player of the week, and she getting ready to get player of the year. She up there in honors, and
she was up there last year too.
Eventually, if she wants to, she could be the #1 and #2 pick. This is from the Virgin Islands. So you had to take Duncan with a man. I know you're having a woman.
Yeah.
You don't see that with any other nation around in terms of population like us. But for some reason, man, we're not pushing our athletes them to the highest level that we could. And I don't know why.
So our mindset, like Akeem just said, is our mindset, man.
Mm-hmm. I think I always used to say like our goal, like I don't be working so much. I don't trying to be like boys, but like you said, COVID came, but the goal for me, I always used to think try and catch that age bracket from 9 to 12. How the older kids, them you don't know how these older kids is now.
They're tougher to train.
They're tougher. They're tougher to train. They're gonna tell you you better than me. You don't know how it is. They'll tell you can't shoot better than me. But then when you let them to know, listen, this hair ain't gonna work up there. They'll be like, whatever. It's not. I've been up there. I know what it is. When I went up there, I think I would have barred and say, had man barred on me, I have to set my game up.
That's right.
We were all thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Take a man up there barred on me,
Yes, sir. You better be ready. You will get.
Yeah.
Especially as you got guards. Oh man. Every night you ain't got no day off, boss. A man coming after your neck.
It's true, man.
I had to make a name for myself when I went up in high school, and now I become on the scouting report. Akil Lewis, don't let him. They used to play a box on one of me, and I still dropped 30.
That's right.
So I used to find a way around it, but that's how you have to get better. You have to, and the thing about it, I don't know why. I know you're in sports parks now. Why we can't do like inter-island high school, like between St. Thomas, St. Croix, Tatola. You know what I'm saying? So the competition could be even better. But the first thing the first thing they're gonna say, funding. They ain't got no money for this. They get money for what they want. But that's all I'm gonna say.
Because they all jump on a plane and go all over the place, but not for you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I tell a lot of people all the time, they keep talking about the youth them and all this and how the islands them going. But I said the youth them is not. The youth them just watching what the adults them doing at a high level.
That's it.
That's all they're doing.
That's
the
true.
fact that they will do everything they can to better themselves and just give you scraps that fall off the table. The youths them now said, no, I don't want that. So they're going out there to make their own way by the hook or the crook. We have to do a better job in terms of setting the stage of accelerating the next generation life, man. And we don't do that in the Virgin Islands. We more care about politics and this man vote for him, so I don't like he, so I can destroy his life. This man vote for he, I don't like he, so I can destroy his life. But yeah, but when you destroy that man's life, that man got kids, you know, and that man children
That's
is
true.
suffering.
Very
When
true.
that man child suffer and see how you let that man lose his life because he didn't vote for you. Now
There's a
you create a tug in that life because now you can't go and talk to that young man.
That's
You
true.
remember what you do to his father and mother.
That's very true, my son.
All
I
of
was
these
saying
problems we
That's
have in
deep.
the Virgin Islands stems from
That's
the
deep.
adults. The
That's
it
adults
is.
are the worst people in the Virgin Islands today.
It is, and that's what, and they cheering them, just watching everything what's going on. Like, why we can't get AU tournament in the Virgin Islands and bring
Bring
teams
people
from away?
here.
Yeah, why
That's
we
what he's saying, bro.
this
That's what he's
paradise?
saying.
This is paradise. Why we can't do that?
You know how many teams will want to come to the islands, the Caribbean.
My thing is, Mumba, they opened the door to Paradise Jams for about 10, 15 years now. What have we shown in terms of Paradise Jam taking the Virgin Island talent and make that talent get scholarships? I think I'm not envying Paradise Jam. I know a lot of people and them, they do a good job. But the same way you can open the door for Paradise Jam to bring all these college teams, it truly didn't have great impact on the youth of the Virgin Islands.
True.
If you can open Paradise Jam to bring all these college teams here, why don't you do the same outlet to bring teams from the States, from all over the place, top teams to play against our talent, so our talent can get that type of exposure? You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Maybe
That's
Boston
true.
would have never need to leave St. Thomas. They would have come saying St. Thomas and she are right there.
Yeah, you're
Her
right.
talent was always in St. Thomas. You know? Remember, she's from St. Thomas. That talent was there. It took somebody from the outside to see the talent that we had and make it the Aliyah Boston she is today. If she probably was at St. Thomas, that talent would have been wasted. So it's
You're
something
right.
we are not
You're right.
doing in the Virgin Islands to develop our own talent, that somebody from the outside can come and say, man, that dude AK, I need to give you a scholarship because he's special. That dude Tegan, he's special. That dude Mumba, he's special. It's outside sources seeing our talent. The fact that we are too blind to see our own talent, something is wrong with that.
Yeah, and that's why I think we, like you say, you to do your little AAU thing, like, so you to just do St. Croix players, or you to do both islands, Tegan.
Well, what I wanted to do is both islands, but when the pandemic hit, and then they were saying that you had to be in a bubble, we weren't able to do it because, like you said, the number one thing we're going to be is funding. Because, like you said, I didn't want to just pick players and jump on a plane and go and play. I ain't doing that. We practiced for like 4 or 5 months before we leave.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm doing that all now. Our guys are still practicing. We never stop practicing, and I'm getting ready to leave next week to go meet up with a lot of those guys in the States. We're gonna play a couple of tournament, but we practice because I believe in that preparation stage, and eventually my goal is all of these restriction thing. I want to combine St. Croix and St. Thomas as one. We need to get back out of this St. Thomas, St. Croix thing because the youths them don't think like that. When we grew up, Akil, we never think like that. It's the adults. I'm telling you, it is the adults with the ignorance and stupidity is putting this in the youths them head. We don't think like that. We came together as one, and we went and play, and we went and represent.
Listen,
This thing
we
about
couldn't
St.
wait to
Thomas
see
now, this is foolishness. This has no effect.
We couldn't wait to see you. How we know it's party when all are we together.
Exactly.
Listen,
man.
Listen, when all are we together, it's party. You get
That's
19
true.
and on down 16 and on together, one big team. Boy, we
How you
party.
mean? How you mean? Man, that's one of the best trips I had in my life. I learned so much.
And then we had a girls team too with us too. Remember we had the girls team with us too?
Yeah. Me today, look how close we are today as friends. Akil, Bubu, all them. I still very close with all of them guys. It's that trip created that friendship.
Yeah.
It didn't create division. When we see each other, we meet each other in love. We don't have this thing about you from Rock and Cruise and you get everything over there and you ain't get nothing over there. These are adults pointing these things out. And like I said, the kids, they're watching.
And
when
the
you
thing about it's sad though, because the thing about it, they always come back to they ain't got no money, they ain't got no funds. But I don't know, man. That's they always they have money. Trust me, the Virgin Islands have a lot of money.
yes, they do.
Trust me,
They just put the
Virgin
money
Islands have a
where they
lot of money.
want.
I know that for a fact. The Virgin Islands have a lot of money. Trust me, man. It's crazy, man. But
Let me tell you, there should be no reason why they should not have a community gym in St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John. We can't
St.
leave St.
John,
John
yep.
out either. All three
So
places should have. Every third world
yeah,
country I've ever been to, I could drive every block and there's a gym, a ball field, a tennis court, a baseball
have
field.
everything.
They
Yeah,
have everything. So how could these places be third world and we supposed to call ourselves American?
and
And
we can't get ahead.
we have nothing.
You know,
And
you
then
know what's gonna have to happen, man. The friggin' like the parents, them, man. They have to make noise, man. You know what I'm saying? They have to make noise. You know, all the hard work like you Tegan, that you do, basic, you know, CB, everybody, you know, Mac, everybody, Zorro, Bow, everybody. Any name I forget, I apologize. But all the work, all the hard work that you guys do year in, year out, year in, year out. Like, man, these parents gonna have to start like making some noise, man. Like, honestly, they have to start making some noise. Something have to happen for a change, because they ain't walking the way how we walking right now for all these years. Like,
yeah,
people have to start making some noise, man, and like demand or something, like boycott. I don't know, something like something got to happen, man, for real, man. Because like
you're right.
it's just a lot of wasted opportunities, man, over the years, man, to for bring a lot of minority to the Virgin Islands, money, job opportunities, so much stuff could be created, and everything is just going to waste. The future, the kids, all that stuff, man. It's so much stuff, man. It's sad,
It, it is sad. And like
you know.
what I see what they push a lot now is like and it's a good thing. They push baseball a lot over here in St. Thomas, Little League, and that's a good thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's good for the youth them, but you still have basketball. He's a basketball player, so they want to see
We want to
basketball.
see that happen. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And one thing I could say, shout out to Mr. White. Calvert White have been doing a great job. A great job
He's a great
at
commissioner.
at Sports Park, and he's been doing a lot of stuff. I know he gets some basketball stuff coming up lately soon with some kids and stuff, like, you know what he's saying, and he could do as much as he can, like you say. How, you know, Sports Park is not a big agency. They don't get as much
No.
funding like other
Exactly.
agencies,
Yeah.
you know what he's saying? So, but he's doing a great job, and I know he's doing his best to try and get more stuff out there. And hopefully by March 1st, when the governor lift a lot of restrictions, you know, the place open up a little bit more. We have more leagues and stuff, especially for basketball. And he's a basketball player himself, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I just want to see basketball come back. You know, I don't mind going coaching, you know what I'm saying? Use them, because that's a passion of mine. You know what I'm saying? I still would love to coach, you know. Even though I get 2 jobs, that'll be my 3rd job. That's my passion. Yeah, for
So
real, you know, man.
what you doing now? Like post basketball? What are you into now? Other than coaching, like you say, what you do?
Like a little big man in public work. Just a little big man.
You know what I mean, right? He's a big man.
He's a big dog. He's a big
He's a
dog.
big man. He's a big
Yeah.
man. He's a big dog. Yeah.
Like a little
Yeah.
big man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Don't
big
say that.
dog.
Don't say that, Tigger. Don't say that. But I in public works I did. But before I went to public works, I was divisional personnel. I've been doing like HR for about 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Since after college and stuff, now we're doing more procurement analyst, dealing with all the contracts in the Virgin Islands and stuff like that, all the bids and stuff like. So that's something new for me now. So that's my new position there. And then at my part time, I just work at a hotel part time. Just you ain't got nothing else to do, so might as well just
Right.
eat up the money.
That's
You
right.
know?
They got you locked down. Keep making our bills. Yeah.
Mama said, younger kids. I said, nah, my son. He said, well, all the money going. I don't know.
Somewhere.
Well, wait. You ain't got no kids. You claim, but they got a couple of them in Miami running around.
No, don't do me that. What? No.
You might see a little future AK, the NBA job in 2 years. You want to go in there, but
I ain't getting on that
Oh,
time.
man.
No kids on
you
time,
know,
man. But
Couple
you
of
do know
Lewis
Kevin
running around.
Durant don't know who his father is, but
Yes,
anybody who watch Kevin Durant know his father is an island man. And I can bet he's a VI man.
LeBron James don't know who his father is neither, though.
Yeah.
You see?
Same way.
Ah, man, that's crazy.
But
Yeah,
I
man.
just like I just hope like if sports parks doing like basketball tournaments and stuff, I like to be a coach for one of them team, you know. I don't know you'll reach out to me. I know it's in Christ
Yeah,
and Thomas is the same thing, you know, but
definitely, man.
hopefully when the place open up we could get back into like sports. I think though a lot of kids do miss it though, man. A lot of kids really want to come back out the house and play sports and stuff like that. So, you know. How we never had this, boy. We had a pandemic back in our days, we'd have gone crazy.
We'd have been in trouble.
You know,
We would
I don't
have been in
understand.
serious trouble.
I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why they still have the place closed down, man. Like up here, these kids,
Wide open.
these kids. I mean, it's been wide open. They just did a lot more with safety and be more, you know, careful and respectful among everybody's space and stuff like that. But they made sure they kids, them and the athletes and stuff like that continue to play sports, man. You know, they didn't shut anything down, man. And I haven't seen one or heard or any one breakout because of a sports, you know, a sports competition or whatever you want to call it. You know, nothing. You know, you seen all the Super Bowls and all them other stuff happen last couple of years, and you didn't hear anything like a major breakout or stuff like that. Like, it's just like, I don't know what's going on in the VI, but they got to realize, like, man, like you hurting everybody, mister.
Yeah.
I think they look at it as, you remember now in the States is looking at as they have multiple hospitals. We only get one hospital here, one hospital there. So I think they're looking at all of that percentage. They might be looking at it like that as well too.
But the thing is, like, the kids is the one that's playing. It ain't like, you know, a bunch of kids get a bunch of COVID and a bunch of kids sick and stuff like that.
Which is the least effective too, because those are the least to get affected. Their man is 0.008.
Yeah, that's
they have the lowest transmission. But I understand what Akil said, because I heard it the same way. They was very concerned that if we get, because we're such a small island, we don't have the outlet like that you couldn't have a whole island really. But now that the evidence is coming out, and like Akil said, hopefully the governor will relax a lot of these things, especially these mandates. These mandates now don't really make as much sense as before. And just let me just go out there and just still be safe. But we can't put our youth at risk. I don't really know how badly it is at St. Thomas. I mean, I'm pretty sure it mirrors St. Croix, but at St. Croix, these kids hungry to do something. I mean, that's what you see every week is some kind of crime. They just hungry. It ain't like everybody plays sports, but even the man who does stuff bad, that man, when there's something to do, at least they go and attend wherever they to do, and they won't be doing nothing bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when there's nothing.
Yeah, they're hungry. They're hungry bad, because even this past weekend, I think Sports Park had a little 9 to 12 tournament down here. I know that was great. That was successful. They go to housing parks again. I know. I think yesterday it start governmental softball. So it's like it's a lot.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back. You know, so
Zero Tolerance having their tournament in April. And we coming over with a team, so
that's good, man.
At least
you got to keep, man. Got to, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to.
We gotta link up when I come over, man. Akil, man. We'll go get lunch or something, man.
Of course, you don't know I could treat you. I could treat you.
Oh man, you got big money, don't man. You got more money than me.
I don't know about this one, son. I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a tough one.
Hey,
we talking about this man taking picture with 100 grand and 500 grand.
No,
and with gardens surrounding.
Akil surpass me now, man. Me get that type of money no more. All I get is food stamp, but food stamp.
I hear it. He is the big Bitcoin man down and saying and all kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
I hear you, the crypto man.
No, sir, you got the money.
You got the money.
I ain't gonna have lunch, and all I gonna do is just talk about how much shots I used to shoot and make and how much points. That's all I gonna talk about. Man,
we might get an argument and go around the field. I have a shoot out.
That's what we gonna do, man. For real.
Hey, talking about that. Quick question, because you're one of the best shooters I've ever seen. Like coming out of court, and the Mamba Iraq. He's one of the best shooters I've ever seen. To you, now we started no controversy. Who you think was the better shooter? Khalid
That-
or AK?
Don't be nice. Don't be nice now.
Don't be nice.
Don't be
And then I'm
nice.
gonna give you my opinion. I just want to know what you think. Don't hold it back. I'm gonna give you my opinion.
No. I could say Khalid is a better scorer, but is a better shooter. That makes sense?
Yes,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I totally understand, but elaborate to the people who don't catch what you're saying. That people
Meaning
know there's
that-
a difference between both.
Yeah, meaning that Khalid, his jump shot is so smooth, he could score at any point at the basket. Like it's so he's Khalid was 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
His jump shot is so smooth. Like for me now, I could just go on the court and just boom, 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 boom one time. You know, but Khalid is more. He's a scorer too, you know. But I think, well, I don't know, my son, boy. I don't know, you know, boy.
Oh man, you playing
It's
this
tough.
nice guy
I mean,
right
it's
now.
talent. Okay,
It's tough. It's tough.
let me talk about
It's
both
tough.
of you games. Maybe this will clarify. When I see
Yeah.
both of you, and I do this with me too, because a lot of people I would say, "Well, you're a better shooter than Khalid." I used to be like, "No." They'd be like, "How could you say that? I watch you make so many shots." I said, "Because you don't understand what shooters does." I said, "My game is an all-around game. I can do a lot more things than Khalid. I can bar handle, I can get to different spots, do pull out all these crossover, crazy move, and all these things. Yes, my totality of my game might be better, but in terms of pure shooting, he can flat out just come on the court and hit 10 in a row. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm what you call a rhythm player. I'm a
Mhm.
player that has to get in rhythm. Once I get in rhythm, I can shoot with the
That's
best of anybody. I can shoot with
Yeah.
Steph. I can shoot with anybody. I don't care who you bring because I am in rhythm.
True.
These type of man don't need to be in rhythm. These type of man just need to see the damn hole and they light you up. So that's a big difference. So I'm more of a rhythm type of player. He's more of a pure shooter. You know, when I watch you, I saw you in more light of my game. We can do a lot more things than he. We can get our own shot in terms of we don't need screens. We can do
Yeah.
crossover, pull up, and we can go mid range and do different things. Get to the hole. We're a lot quicker. We can handle better. But for him, I've never seen a guy who didn't play. He could sit on the bench for 3 quarters and come in the game and just hit 5 in a row. That's
Yeah.
people don't understand how hard that thing is to do.
That's
You ain't
hard.
play a minute.
Yeah.
You ain't play a minute.
That's
You ain't
incredible.
sweat. You ain't your body ain't ladder up. You ain't loose. And you coming on the court and drop about 5 trees.
Yeah, that's how he is. He
You know,
boy.
that's what you call like a pure dead-eye shooter. And he really is one of the best shooters I've seen in terms of pure shooting.
Yeah.
He really is a
And-
great talent, you know.
And
He
he
actually had a
make it.
stint. Go ahead.
I say he'd make it so easy, like it's light walk. Like
It's
it don't be like
effortless.
yeah, the man. I used to be
Effortless.
like the man, what the hell? Like it just
Yeah,
how
he was on the
easy it is to
national
make-
team. He came on the national team when we played in with me. I only played one time with him when we played in Panama. And he didn't get a lot of game time and stuff, but he had respect me so much. I was kind of grooming him because I told him, man, just get the experience, soak it up. You're gonna be next because I saw his talent. His talent would have transcended the VI team. He was
Of
such a
course.
great scorer, you know. But he
Yeah,
would
man.
just because he was such a good scorer, he could not wait. Just like we were saying, you know you're better than other people, and they're making crap. He couldn't
course.
wait. But sometimes you just have to kind of humble a little bit and wait. And I think his
Yeah.
time would have come. But man, what Khalid is, man.
Pure scorer. He will give
I've been all over the world. I haven't seen too many people that can just shoot like that dude. That dude can shoot.
Big up to Khalid, my son. Definitely big up, brother.
He can shoot.
He'll give you that 40 quick and you don't even know how you get it, you know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
And like you said, effortless. He'll go in the
Effortless.
post and do a one-step fade away. He'll pull up 2
Yeah.
trees on you. He'll do some kind of spin move. He'll lay up on you. And then he does it at such a speed that you're like, man, how is he doing this so easy? He's not even moving fast.
At times.
Whereas, you know, me, you, and Peltier, you can see
moving at his
these
rate,
man moving at a
his
different pace, yeah, son. These man looking to try and crush your ankle or something like that. But Khalid is just in his own little world. I mean, you gotta respect that game. We lost him, Mama.
Yeah, he might have got a phone call or something. So
Probably a couple again.
yeah, but no, but yeah, how you explain it, man? That's I definitely understand that for sure, listen. You know,
Yeah.
between the difference between, you know, like a pure shooter and, you know, scoring, like that's amazing. So you ever talk to you about that, like about his, you know, how we know to shoot so well and stuff?
Who, Khalid or AK?
No, Kali.
No, I never. Well, I knew, so I never had to ask him. He pretty much is a product of Derek Heiliger from St. Thomas. He also works sports park and recreation. He worked with Vicky as well, and he had those guys as prodigies, man. He had those guys shooting, and you can see his picture perfect form, the release, the balance. I mean, those guys are dead eye. Those guys can just flat out shoot. So
Yeah.
you know, Khalid could have been a player, man. He was one of them I had a lot of high hopes. So he came St. Croix and worked out with me. I worked out with him and Malik. I don't know if you remember Malik. Malik ever played against you?
Malik.
You never played against Khalid. I think that was that's Malik's last name. Him and Khalid was in the same grade.
I might have played against, man. I can't remember. They, you know.
We good?
Akil, Akil, you remember Malik? I forgot Malik.
Yeah, Malik. Yeah,
His last name.
Yeah.
His last name.
What Malik?
Hajj. That's what
Malik Hajj. Yeah,
Malik
Hajj.
Yeah,
Malik
Hajj.
Yeah, those guys used to come over and work with me. Yeah, those two used to come over and work with me and St. Croix. And man, I had such high hopes for both of them because they were so good, man. They were so good.
Yeah, man. Khalid was just a different animal. Like I used to love playing against him. Homie and he used to go back and forth, just chatting. He gonna score 30. He will say, "I gonna score 30 too." You know.
What year is Malik? What year is Malik and so?
I think Malik them younger than me, you know. Them man.
Yeah, they're very young.
Oh, they're very okay.
Them man them man probably about Malik probably about 32, 31, 32. Yeah, them man young man. But them man playing from a young age, and that's the difference. Like, telling Mamba earlier, I think my first time playing Man League, I was like 15 years old, you know.
Yeah, started early.
Yeah, we started early over here because CB was like, and all it goes back to CB. CB was like, yeah, you guys gonna play 16 to 18 and dominate. Why not all I just play for our individual hood and play Man League and just get that experience? Even if you don't have a lot of time, you gotta play a lot of time, you just gain that experience.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. We get that experience.
Yeah.
For real. From a young age, from 14, 15,
CB
16,
was really ahead of his time, son. CB is amazing.
Man. Yeah. CB tell all of us go play Man League, me, Raheem, Boo Boo. He like, Mr. I go play Man League. How we done that? We done had the team together for 16 to 18. Nobody ain't gonna beat us. Ain't gonna be no competition. So I just go play Man League and just see what happen. And that's how we start. And from then, my first year Man League, I eat a lot of time. I eat a lot of time. But after that, I go up the road.
But who in Man League was like the big dog when you first got in? Like, who did you really respect? Who, when you see them at that level, was like, man, this man you're bad. So what? This man you're serious.
He had a lot of good man, my son. But boy, who I used to like is Lulu, my son. He used to play with some madness. Left hand. The older guy, Lulu Smith. Oh my God. He go just come down and just hit you with that left hand. Boom. 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 Like smooth game. Smooth game. Nice. Like we could have never beat them. Them man had a big team. Lulu was good.
Yeah, them man was champion for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to hear about that. I used to hear that name all the time.
You had Gary Forbes, you know what I'm saying? He was another guy that I used to play against. Like, them man was, like, for me, them man helped me become the tough. They put that toughness in me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? How they used to rough me up. I used to let me somewhere around with are you.
Yeah.
But they used to rough me up. Them man used to rough me up. So now by the time we get that mentality when we go states and ready, them man can't rough me up or be me.
No.
Crazy.
Especially the type of game they play. It wasn't rough and tough like us.
Yeah. You had water. Them man older water. Who the coach the little team BCB, I forget the team now they. He used to just be up under you like, man. You remember what he named Tegan? What he named, boy? Who you see? Boy, I forget his name, man. I think he played against him, I can't. When his name come, I remember, but Man League was a good lesson for me, man. It was a really good lesson for me, man. For real.
Whatever happened to Smokey? Smokey was a very good player too in terms of junior high.
Yeah. I think he ended up went away. I think he left Daytona now, but I don't think I don't know what happened after that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we had a lot of good players, We had a lot of good players in our generation, for real,
But did he leave St. Thomas after JV? Because after JV, I didn't see him in no high school.
I
Not
think
the
he left
Dorken, now
after.
Charlotte.
Yeah, I think he went, and I think he left. No, he ended up going Piney Woods. Remember a lot of guys that went Piney Woods.
Oh yeah,
With Peter
Yes.
Goodwin.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
With
yeah.
Peter Goodwin. He
That's
laughed.
right. Yeah.
Not laughing,
Yeah.
because I remember they talk about it at the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did
So,
remember that.
him,
I did remember that.
Yeah, a lot of them I went Piney Woods, like him and Lumps and Kwasi Bradway. A lot of them I went Piney Woods to play ball,
Smokey,
Yeah,
Smokey went college with me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He
He went
so
college with
can't say
you?
that I remember. Yeah, he went. I used to hear his name all the time. I see a couple times. Yeah,
A lot of them man I went Piney Woods. Yeah,
he was the
he
man
has
up
seen
there.
a lot of guys. Yeah, in Piney Woods, right?
Well, not
Yeah,
me out about Cookman, Bethune.
Oh.
He probably was the man there too.
He played ball in
Okay.
Cookman? I know.
No, I talk about Smokey.
I know, but
Oh,
did he
did
play in Cookman?
Did he play Cookman?
No, I don't think he played Cookman.
Oh, he just been there.
So
You know what? To be honest with you, he might have because I only went to one basketball game, and I can't remember. So I can't really be accurate about that.
like I don't know if he played college ball. Like I don't know. I ain't 100% sure if he did. But I know a lot of them man I went Piney Woods. A lot of people that went Piney. I think that's why a lot of players from the Virgin Islands that went. Older guys that went Piney Woods too. A lot of people that went Piney Woods when we was growing up. For real, man.
Is there a particular basketball player from the Virgin Islands that gave you problems? Like, that gave you a hard time?
Give me a hard time.
That's a definite no. He can't remember.
No man. No man. As I ain't gonna lie. As I get older in the age, Khalid was giving me problem. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Khalid. Around my age group, like I tell you, I was telling them man about it, and them all used to kid. Me saying that man never used to. It used to be a back and forth, but I feel like I was still above a lot of the other players. I'm saying, even though they was good, but I wasn't seeing them. I used to tell them that all the time. No disrespect to them or nothing. I was like, whatever. But when I reach about 30 and Khalid is 22, 23, what? I can't keep up no more.
Yeah, them guys, son.
No, man.
I did the same
get
boat.
more quick, man.
I don't leave them thing for the youngsters, son.
Yeah, man. I can't keep up no more.
Every year, Mumba want to play me one-on-one. Every year, I come back home. After a while, I say, Mumba, I can't be doing this thing all the time, bro.
I can't keep up no more, but Khalid, for real, honestly, like,
I gotta get my revenge.
Khalid was he was difficult in every aspect, like, because I was trying to guard him, I can't stop him. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I ain't guarding you, my boy. Somebody else gonna guard you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. For real, like, I ain't got time for that. So
Does anybody know what Khalid did?
He here in St. Thomas.
We gotta try and get this guy on, man.
Yeah, man.
I
Like,
hear I see this name in
him
the
and
chat.
Jabari, for sure, we want time.
He here in St. Thomas right here, man, I think he just went Orlando. He had a tournament in Orlando. His team win. He just win every place he go.
Okay. I was supposed to play that tournament.
Yeah.
We shotgun them.
Yeah. He win. Them and team win. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Lorena said he ain't coming on, so.
What you think he coming on?
Who? Khalid? I'm guessing she talking about Khalid, yeah.
Tell Khalid I want Yan.
He said he not gonna come on. Khalid ain't gonna come on, Not Khalid. Not Khalid, I tell you. But for that, I think for him that like growing up, he probably gonna one of my toughest like I say, no disrespect to the other players because everybody used to play me hard, but I don't think I was on a different level, man. My mindset was just I'm gonna drop 30 tonight. For real. Yeah. That whole my mindset is like once I drop on this court, I'm gonna drop 30 tonight. No way, some way, some form of way, for real. Like you're gonna get his story tonight. No matter what you do, you're gonna get his story tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
For real. That's how my mindset was.
That's how you gotta think.
That's cool.
That's how you gotta think,
Yeah.
Mumba. That's how you got to think.
That's how I used to think like I'm
Yeah.
gonna drop this story tonight for real, for real, for real.
You know when
me
I used to
playing.
play, man used to shut me down and I had 25. A man going sick. I shut you down. You only had 25 tonight, boss. And I'd be like, what? This man really
What?
shut me down.
I
for
tell
real.
you.
So this is a question to both of you. So that's how our mindset used to be when I used to play high school. You used to think about scoring that much points.
Yeah, man. In high school then? What?
What about you, Tegan?
Honestly,
that's a good question. I would.
That's a great question. I never really thought about scoring points. I was just more thinking every shot I shoot, I want to score. Every shot I talk, every ball I talk, I want to score.
I ain't even said believe in that. No way.
That's just how my mind was.
No way.
But I didn't think about points because after a while it was getting so. No, because only time we used to have competition, Mumbai, you know it, was in practice and when we go and play Idorken and Charlotte. Well, let me just keep it Idorken. Charlotte won't know. No. So we never had much competition. No disrespect, to the leads then. But when you're playing, when we play a team like Mana and we playing running time Mumbai, oh God, and we beat them 96-3. You ain't thinking about no points, man. These guys can't even score.
I don't know, because I just always wonder what was in your mind. You guys are shooters, scorers, you guys score in values. So I just want to know your mindset. I wasn't a value scorer, so I never really had that type of mindset. So that was the question. I was just trying to find out how you guys.
I never had a mark. I never had a mark like Khalid. I used to think about how I could score, but never had a mark. I would say, okay, I'm gonna jump out and I'm first of all, I'm a cherry pick about 4 times, so that'll be 8 points.
People, viewers. Hey! This is very difficult for me to believe and understand.
I'm just telling you.
I play with Tegan. This dude did not pass. I just.
But I'm telling you how I score, but I wasn't thinking what I could do. I just had a plan. What I wanted to do in the game. I want to give about 10 trees. I want to jump about the passing lane about 5 times there, about 3 steals. I get to the future line, so I want to go about 8 for 9 from the future line tonight. And then the rest of the points happen wherever it happened. When I look up, I got 30, 35, 40. If I play really well, I got 50. It never mattered to me.
This guy, man.
My last year in high school in the States, I averaged 30 and 10 assists.
Man, and you know how hard it is to do that? You know how hard it is? You don't score 30 every game. Some games you might score 45. Some games you score 51. Some games you score 25. So the average equal out. So he was putting up some numbers. Yeah, that's hard.
Putting up some real numbers, especially if I play my rival in the States. When you're playing a rival, oh Lord, I want 40 for sure. For sure, I want 40. I lay them to know it's going 40 tonight. They were like, whatever, Akil. Well, okay. I had one time, right? My coach, we are up. I think we are winning the game. We are lose by 1. My coach see the stat sheet. I shoot 9 for 32. He cost me. In high school, he got 9 for 32.
Wow. That is amazing because I went over 27. Luckily, Pammy won.
Listen.
9 for 32. That's a lot of shot I pop, eh?
That's a lot
when they say, Aki, if you don't take it, how you know if you can make it?
Yeah.
And one of the mindset, and I know you got the same like me. Whenever I miss one, in my mind, I think the next one will go in. I don't have a doubt.
Yeah, man.
So it's just a mindset. You just got you can't stop shooting.
Yeah.
You can't stop shooting.
And Calvert used to always say that. Calvert would say, Akil come down and miss about 2, 3, and he come down and hit another 4, 5 in a row, Yeah, that's how,
That's the mindset you gotta have. Short memory.
Yeah, my mindset was just to score buckets, my son. I go score buckets. That's my goal, to score buckets. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man. Like I say, I enjoy, even if young people listening, my journey was up and down, but man, I love my journey. I always tell people, if you have to go to college, go college. I was telling Mamba, Tegan, college was my best time of my life. You're free from your parents. You could do what you want.
Yeah.
You get co-ed dorms, you know,
Yeah.
parties,
You got,
girls.
yeah.
You like, you know,
It's
It's
true.
like,
on. Yeah.
it's
Best
on,
time, man.
like, it's the
You gotta worry
best
about
time of your
nothing.
life. You just have to do your schoolwork and go to basketball practice. That's all we have to do.
Yeah. Let me ask you
You know,
one
it's
thing
like,
that's important. Maybe you can say this to a lot of the viewers because a lot of guys watch these podcasts. What's the work ethic like for you? And when you was in, let's start from this. When you was in the VI and when you go to the States and then college, what's the different stages of the work ethic? Because a lot of guys see what we do on the court, but they have no idea how much work we put in to do what we do.
mhm.
They think we just jump on the court and all of a sudden we good. They don't know when a lot of them sleeping, the type of work we put in. And you mentioned some of that earlier where you said when practice done, you were still there shooting. Talk about some of that
Mhm.
work ethic that some of these guys need to have to even have a shot.
You have to, because before I leave home, you know, the work ethic was just, we're going to just play 5-on-5. You might stay on the court for a while and shoot. But then when you go away to the States and you see guys like putting in our work to become better, you be like, I question myself, what you guys doing? They're like, man, we practicing after practice home, after Ken, we just going home, you know. We ain't staying after to shoot no ball. Practice done. So I was like, what? So my mindset started to be like, if they could stay after practice, I gonna start staying after practice. Man, work ethic is very, very important. What I learned, like, that's how I become a better person. It
Mhm.
don't matter how good you is, you know. This listen, I see a player when I was in high school. He tried out from 10th grade, never made it 10 and 11th grade. But he made it on the 12th grade team, and he was one of the best players under me because of his work
Mhm.
ethic. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
Yeah.
Work ethic will take you a far way. Another example for work ethic, Jerome Gums. Jerome Gums' work ethic is off the chain.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his work ethic is off. Like Jerome used to just go to the gym every day, practice, practice, and he used to say, "Akil, you gotta do the same thing." And I just used to do the same thing, especially when I reached to college, because at the end of the day, when you go to college, everybody's fighting for a spot. You know, you're either
That's
gonna
right.
win it
It's true.
or you're gonna sit on the bench. You know,
That's right.
Yeah.
because the coach don't care. You know, the coach only gonna play about 9 to 10 players. You know, no matter what how we go. You know, so I
That's
used to
facts.
stay after shoot 100 free throws, 200 free throws, a lot of trees, a lot of jump shot, pull up jump shot. Like my work ethic was off the chain. Like I used to hit the weight room hard. Like when I got in college, I skinny, skinny, skinny. Like I don't know nothing about no weights. For
Yeah.
real.
All of we. All of we.
Yeah.
It's true.
And these dudes up here hitting weights hard. Like I used to be in the weight room 24/7, making sure I eat. Like my work ethic was off the chain, and that's very important for like a lot of the young generation that was growing up now. Is like if you don't have a serious work ethic, you're not gonna make it far. Like I said, I always tell people like it's not about making it to the league or anything. It's just about getting that education. That's the most
That's right.
important thing. Getting
Yeah.
that education, man. Because like I wish I made it to the league. You think I want to be working at 8 to 5 every day? No,
Right.
It's
I
true.
don't. For real, I don't. But the opportunity I had to get that education helped me to get a better job that I am in right now. You know what I'm saying? But work ethic, you can't. It had times I wanted to quit. Trust and believe in college. It had time I wanted to quit. Like I was like, man, I going back St. Thomas. I ain't got time for this.
Right.
But in my mindset, it was like, man, I can't. I have to make my family proud. You know, I'm saying I can't just turn back and, I'm saying give up on all this hard work. Especially I know CB gonna be disappointed. You know what I'm saying, for sure. I know that 100%. You know what I'm saying. So like the major thing about work, I think you just gotta put in your 100% every time, man. No matter what, how good you is now, you're gonna be there 2 years or 3 years down the road if you keep working on it for
Yeah.
real.
That's
And that's
facts, man.
that's
That's true.
it is, man. It's hard, trust me, it's hard. How Think about it. You still got
Facts, Akil.
get up in the morning. You still got to turn around, get up in the morning, and study to go class. So
Yep.
Yeah.
imagine that, and then you get papers to do. You know what I'm saying? We is boy, we is man, we in college. Girls like you still want. If you probably had a girlfriend in college, you still trying to spend time with your girlfriend or
Mhm.
whatever the case might be. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot you're doing in college. College was like a full-time job.
Yeah,
For
it is
real.
hard. It's a lot. It's a
It is.
grind. It's a
It
grind.
is, man. It's tough.
And
It's hard.
it's tough. And
It's
people
hard,
don't
man.
understand it's tough. Listen, we used to have to get 5:30 in the morning and you up the whole day.
Yes.
Because you got to get
Whole
up
day,
to
man.
do training. You might get up and do training from 5:30 to 7. Go back to your dorm. You might get class from 8 to 10. Then practice again from like 12 to 3. And then another class. And still you get study hard. Still you get
Yeah.
homework. You still probably got a paper to do.
And
You
do it
still
all
got
over again tomorrow.
yeah. Yeah.
Man, that was tough.
And
To say.
still
That
you
sucked to
Yes.
think about.
listen, it sucks for real.
Yeah.
And still you want to put in a little
Jeez.
time if you have a little you have your little friend or
Yeah.
girlfriend, you still want to put a little time in it for her.
That's
Super
right.
rough, man. Because
Rough.
she gonna leave you, you know. She gonna leave you.
Unless you get a basketball girl, then you go to the good she understand what's going on.
Yeah, she don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand. Listen, our coach had to put on curfew, my son. For real. It
Yeah,
was like 10 o'clock
it's a tough
curfew.
life.
Like, it's tough. Honestly, it's tough. And even though I tell people college is fun, it's like a full-time job. How you have to keep up with your books. It's hard. Like, sometimes I used to be in class sleeping, like, man, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but I have to keep up with my books.
Got
Especially
to,
when you got a professor, you know you're on the basketball team and they'll be like, I don't care if you're on the basketball team, you're gonna come to class and do my work.
That's
You
right.
know when you get
That's
you
right.
get that one professor, you always have that one professor.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
That's
For
true.
real.
Man,
And it's
I with you, my son. I had this one in chemistry. This man used to be like, "Oh man, you had a great game last night. Now, if you can only do it in chemistry, I'll be like this punk."
I telling you, right? Like what going on? You know I had a good game tonight. Like, come to the
Yeah,
Yeah.
be like this man
But
taking my high in one man.
listen, it's tough. It was tough. And like
Yes.
it's hard to balance it. If you don't focus yourself and be prepared for it, it could drain on you. You know what I'm saying? It could drain on you. And then at the same time you still want to party from time to time. It's a full-time job. It's a full-time job for
It's-
real. Like
It's rough.
it is a full-time job. It's rough. You know what I'm saying? It'll take a toll on you. But like I say, I took a lot of vitamins. Even though it had times I wanted to give up and be like, man, but I used to just look at it, man. I here for a purpose, you know what I'm saying? I here for a purpose.
feel
And my
you.
purpose is, like 4 long years. I say, by the time you blink them 4 years, gonna go.
That's
4
true.
years. Yeah, man.
You think it lasts forever, but I have to go by quick.
What?
That's right. That's right.
I graduate on time. Me have to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, good. Like, it was perfect. Everything falling in place for me, my son. For real. I ain't have to worry about it. It was hard work, you know, but and a lot of fun, you know, but you have to stay focused.
Yeah, you
Anybody
got to,
who
man.
listening, you have to stay focused. How you gonna always and two, you're gonna always have that one girl who gonna try and stray you and be like, you don't need it. You don't know how that's gonna take.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
that one. You don't need that. You don't need to do this.
Yeah,
No, I have
don't
to
fall
do
for
this, my
it.
girl. Yeah. I have to do this, my girl. Like really and truly, I have to do this. You're gonna always have that one girl gonna be like, oh, you don't have to study tonight. You can study tomorrow. No, I'm gonna study tonight.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
study tonight. I have to.
And just
Really,
like
man.
Miss Bryson just said with our comment,
Yeah.
I was gonna say too, it prepared us, man, to what we're doing now in our jobs today. Like I work for
True.
Spark, you're in public works. And there's a lot of time we be like, man, I ain't really want to do this thing, but the work ethic that done instill in us. We demand that excellent out of we know what we want. So all
True.
around sports itself just makes us a better person, a tougher person, man. And I can see that in you. I can really see it develop you really strong.
They have, man. They have, and like I say, it helped me a lot. Like especially in my career because like every place I have went with my job, it always been like positive, like great worker, great customer service, especially like in HR, like great work ethic, like my spirit take on everybody, and like that's from like this hard work I've been doing from college, from high school, college up to now, like. And right now, I in a point right now in my career, like by next year might be something bigger, you know?
Right,
Something
right.
bigger.
I feel you. Just
Yeah,
aim
you
high.
know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
I support you a million. Just say aim high. I mean, you got a talent to
Got
do
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I might be someplace higher next year because like my work ethic is just on. I never settled. I never a person will be like, man, I'm making $30,000. I'm gonna settle for $30,000 for my rest. I'm like, you crazy? And they got a lot of money on it to make. I would never settle. No, I would
Right.
never settle for that. I want to make 100,000. I trying to make 100,000 like everybody else.
I feel
For
you.
real. Yeah,
And like you
man.
say, it's enough money around you.
Yeah,
It is.
it's true. It's true. Yeah. So Akil, we kind of winding down. I wanted to ask you this question. Who has been your biggest inspiration in basketball, and who has been your biggest inspiration in life?
Basketball, this is Terrell Benjamin for sure, for sure, for sure. In life, wow. I could say my mom, you know what I'm saying? Mom was single mom, you know what I'm saying? Single mom.
Salute.
Tough it out with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she always used to make sure that I'm on the right track. Even though, like, we as man, with a single mom, go always try to go there. She try and tell you go right, but you want to go left sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And up to this day, she still always make sure I good. She just always make sure I stay focused in everything I did. She never lose hope in me or give up on me. So for basketball, it's Cyril Benjamin for sure. Without him, I'll tell anybody this for 100%. Without Cyril Benjamin, honestly, I always say I probably would have been. Let me knock on wood. Probably would have been someplace on the street doing illegal stuff, or in jail, or probably in the graveyard. Honestly,
Yeah.
for real, because like basketball was just my savior. You know what I'm saying? Basketball was just my savior. And then once I got through that, my mom always just say, "Aki, just do your best." She inspired me to be the great person I am. You know what I'm saying? And I just make her proud. You know what I'm saying? Just going through everything in my life, I just want to keep making her proud throughout my rest of my life. Still, for sure.
Definitely salute to your mother, man. Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely
man.
salute to your
Yeah,
mother.
man.
And
Big
Cyril,
time
man.
there. That's big
CD.
time.
Definitely salute
Yeah,
to
man.
CD, man. When you guys see
Cyril
CD, definitely
Benjamin.
tell him
Yeah,
we said,
man.
we say hail up and stuff, man.
For sure, for
Say
sure.
hail up and stuff. I want to ask you this question too. So this question is for both of you. What was your preparation like before a basketball game? Like, did you listen to music? Did you listen to a certain artist? Did you watch a certain movie? To get you hyped. What put you in that mindset?
I gotta use the bathroom before I go play game. I think that's me. Hey, that's
Gotta get
right
loose.
there
Yeah.
before
You
every
gotta do. You
game.
gotta
Yeah.
do, man. You gotta live. You gotta live.
Gotta get loose.
That was the fright, but for me too, it's like just listening to music. Get my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was just you in your locker room, just have your music in. Even if you're on the bus going to the game, just listening to music in your mind, right? Just keep calm. Like that was for me. Just listening to music. You know what I'm saying? Music was my thing. Tegan probably was music too.
Yeah, I mean, we mirror each other, like we said. Music, yeah. It was nothing too special. But one thing I used to do before the game that nobody knew. The night before, I used to watch Mark for the White
For
Boy
real?
Acha.
Really?
I used to love them Jamaican inside that movie for son. Screwface. I watched so much Mark for that, right? I can pretty much talk that whole movie from start to finish. I know every line.
Wow.
I just love them Jamaican, brother. I love them Jamaican. That used to just get me so hyped. And
that music was
just
for
doing
me, man. That music.
Yeah, I wasn't too big into the music. I was more of a person kind of visualizing how the game was going to play it in my head, like what I wanted to do, being a point guard. I don't really know how it was at your level in terms of how many plays you guys run, but in my school, man, we used to run a lot of plays. So I always wanted to be focused, what plays I could run, how I could get certain guys involved in the game, how I could get myself. And like I said, I used to have my little cheat sheet. I'm going to jump out on a passing lane about 3 times, cherry pick about 2 times. Because I got to get my numbers too, you know what I'm saying?
True. Facts.
I got to get my shots. I know Bogus got to get his shots.
Yeah.
Mumba, everybody.
Then all the rest of them to be all right.
Yeah,
they will pick up the pieces.
Walmart,
I have to find
good.
a way how I go impact the game. So, Yeah,
when I reach in the States, that's when
yeah.
I learn about plays, you know. Remember down there now we ain't running no plays, and when I reach high school, it was
Exactly.
like, you gotta run this way. Hear me, coach, what? Like, look at me, what?
Yeah.
We just used to run on gun.
Exactly. And being a point guard, it was more of a shell shock for me because then now not only do I need to know the play, but I have to know what everybody aligned to.
Yeah.
So everybody gotta be in the right spot. So I can't run the play unless everybody in their spots. Plus you got another guard all over my drop, 5-second count, referee code.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things that I had to get used to, you know. So it was a struggle, but like Akil said, man, we have the spirit to overcome. And after
I
that
used to
first
like when
year,
they play mess up. I used to like that when they play mess up and in my hands.
I know you can do. You just free ball.
Yeah,
Come natural to we.
yeah.
Man,
real,
it was the
man.
easiest. It come natural. We can just do what we want now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. For real, man.
What's 5 words that describe you?
Me?
Yeah, as a person.
Intelligent, funny. Intelligent, funny, smart, brave, spontaneous.
I got a good 5. I got a good 5. Give me your top 5 all-time
Lord.
NBA favorite player.
Yeah,
NBA?
I like that question. I like that
Yeah,
question.
NBA. I won't go local. I'll leave that one for Mumba.
Yeah, local bye. You don't know. NBA Michael Jordan for sure. For sure. LeBron James for sure. That's my boy. Wow. Tough. Kobe. I don't care what nobody say. Kobe.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. You throw LeBron in there. Cause guns like us don't really have LeBron in it. But I'm gonna ask you about that when you're done. Go ahead.
Kobe. I like Shaq, best big man, one of the dominant big man ever.
That's true.
And Tim Duncan, the best power forward ever.
Nice 5.
Yeah,
okay, so
that's a 5.
you missed 2 out of my 5. I had Iverson. Yeah, I had Tim. I didn't have Shaq. I have Kobe for sure. I had Jordan, and I have Mahmoud Aruf. I don't know if you remember Chris Jackson.
Yeah. Chris Jackson, man. Nice player.
Man. Beast.
That man was like us. That man was Steph Curry before Steph Curry.
Yeah,
it's true.
The reason for LeBron is like, I think for me, sometimes he'll get me mad. Don't get me wrong. How the stupidness he'll do, but his all around play. You know what I'm saying? I like his all around play. He could make a lot of people good, better. You know what I'm saying? Like he does. That's what I like about him. But then sometimes he get, to me, I need to give him my heart. For real.
I agree. No, if he had your heart, that man would be averaging 16 NBA.
Yeah.
Easily. Because
he
has the ability to do it.
That's true. That's true.
It's just something about it that you feel, like you say, he's a great orchestrator. He knows to get other people involved. But at certain point of the game, use the big dog and time to put your foot on people's throat. He just don't. John and Kobe, them have it, but he.
Yeah. I want the ball the last minute of the game. I want the ball every time. I have to touch the ball every time.
Every time we want the ball. Every time.
That's the feeling, man. That's the competitiveness, you know.
Win, lose, or draw. I know my team going on with me. Win, lose, or draw. I want the ball. That's why when I tell you I shoot 9 for 33, we were down. I was shooting. I go shoot all the way back in. For real, it don't matter what. I want the ball.
This hero or goat, and you can't be the hero unless you're willing to be the goat.
Guess what? Even though I play bad that night, man, you know what my team to say? The next night we're gonna come back and win. How they know the type of player he is? They ain't worrying about that game, they.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I want the ball every rip, my son. I want the ball all the time. I don't know. I want the ball all the time. For real. That's the difference between. I like him as a player, great player, but that's the only thing I get vexed at him. Not heart. He get a heart sometimes, man. For real.
So could you name your top 5 VI player?
No.
Let's keep it St. Thomas. Stay St. Thomas.
Yeah, your favorite. Your favorite.
Not nobody else. Your favorite.
I can't put my name. I can't put my name.
No.
All
We
right.
already know. We already know you. You know.
Yeah. You was probably the only person we interviewed ready to put your own name in your top 5.
Of course.
I can't waste time. We ask quick.
I asked quick. I hope for me. Gerard for sure. For sure. Jabari Brown. Can't forget the flow general. Boo Boo. That's 3. Boy. We gotta go old school or wrong our age. You want me to stay wrong my
Anybody
age?
you like, anybody you like.
Anybody you like, listen.
Boy, it is tough, my son. I'll stay wrong my age. Like the people that really play ball with them. Wow. We have so much good players, man. Khalid,
A lot.
Bobo, Jabari, rest his soul. If nobody know from St. John, Ricardo, Rick.
Ricardo.
You remember Ricardo
I can't remember Rick. Trying to
from
picture
St.
him.
John, man?
Who he played
From-
with in
He played. He went away a year with us. He had played with Young Legs with us too. Down here, smooth player, smooth player.
but he didn't play with the Hurricane. No, nobody.
He played with the Hurricane. I think he did play with the Hurricane, you know. But I gotta remember. And then I don't remember what year though. But he passed away now, you know. I'm saying rest his soul.
Yes,
Great
rest
player.
in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
And I can't forget Jerome, my son. Jerome Gums.
That's
It
a
probably
good list.
people that left off, but you know, that's
That's
my
a good
5
list.
right there. That's my 5 right there. You know, like every day there's like, to me, I don't tell people Bubu is one of the top point guards in the Virgin Islands. One
Yes, he's
so
very,
general.
very smart, very intelligent,
Yeah.
can control.
Yeah.
What about
Jabari Brown
Killer? You ever stay in contact
Yeah.
with Killer?
I know he was also at Berry, you know, I haven't talked to him in a while. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Because
You
he
know,
was
I haven't-
really, in
That's why I
our
said we
time, he
had-
was really like
Yeah.
a top dog. He was right there, man. He was so good.
He had
could do everything.
Benedict. Yeah, he had Benedict Caesar. We had a lot of
Yes,
a lot of good players.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of good players.
We had a lot of good
Really?
players over here,
A
man.
lot of
So
good
it's like
players.
it's hard to rate people. Like that's the same thing like with the NBA 75th players. It's hard to rate players from generation to generation.
Yes, it's
It really
extremely
hard.
hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Because
sure.
like everybody game was different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody game was different. You know what I'm saying? Them man like Benedict gonna kill you with a mid-range game and just right there, you know. Everybody I gonna kill you from 3-pointer line. Like everybody game was just so
Yeah,
it was so different. Yeah.
Killer could catch alley-oop, take you off the dribble, take your
Wow.
bigs off the dribble, hit trees.
Yeah.
I love Killer games. So Killer game
Wow.
was like amazing to me.
Jabari was just an animal.
Oh yeah, he's a
Jabari
freak of
was just-
nature.
Yeah,
He was a
Jabari
beast,
was just a
Beast.
Yeah, Jabari was just a different animal, man. Like we had some man. I wish we had the opportunity like to have more players in the NBA from the Virgin Islands. For
I
real.
agree.
Yeah, me
I
too,
agree.
my son. I agree with that.
And I really believe a lot of we would have done very well. Because we
I
were
think-
built for it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
true.
how the NBA is now, if we had grew up in this era, we would have make it. All of us would have make it. In this era of the NBA now. I remember
Yeah. This era for sure.
Yeah, growing up, it was big man alone. They wanted Jabari them and stuff like that.
Yes.
So
Yes. Now they have
The game
they
changed.
basically have like 5 guards out there.
Yeah.
yeah,
And,
you know,
and
they-
guards who can score.
yeah.
That's in our lane. So it was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Ireland, yeah.
Yeah.
I see like Nate Robinson and them in the NBA. I could kill them, man.
I telling you. It's crazy.
I'd kill them, man. I tell you, Steph Curry can't shoot better than me. You know, people tell me I'm crazy. Okay.
But that's the mindset. But that's the mindset you have. Man, people don't understand. Yes, can Steph Curry shoot? Yes.
Yeah.
But we had shooters just as good and even better. I don't understand why
Yeah.
people can't see it, because people live in the moment. That if
Yeah.
I tell them, man, they see that guy there, AK, you want to know why he? They'll be like, oh, nah, he. And that's why we sometimes we had tapes to just show them so they can
Tapes,
sit down and
yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
They'd
know
be
what I'm
like,
saying?
what?
But-
You used to do that? They'd be like, what?
Yeah,
I wish
it's
we
the
could
nature
dig
of
up
the game.
find some tapes for real, you know.
Well, thing said, Lorena said Khalid might get some tips. So
I gonna see if I could get some of them tapes and
yeah,
start
Yeah, see if you
posting
nothing,
them
get
on
them tapes.
nothing.
Facebook.
Reach out to her. See if you get them tapes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta
For
reach out to her
real.
for sure.
Yeah, man.
Man, this has been a pleasure, man. I really,
It was,
Yeah.
man.
these 2 hours is probably the easiest 2 hours we ever did, man. Easy.
No, for real. This one was amazing. To start it off again, the sun. This was
And
a
Yeah.
listen,
nice
if I
one.
want
I
me on
used
the
number
show
one
again,
for two. Yeah, man. Use number one for 2022. So you really
yes,
kick it
sir.
off really good tonight. That's really,
Yeah,
No
yeah.
really
problem,
amazing.
man. Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. And like I say, man, whenever you want, I could come back on again. Tegan, like I say, whenever you're ready to get a St. Thomas St. Croix thing I hear, I could work with you. I could deal with over here, like how Jarvis and CB do it. Whenever, just let me know. You can
Yeah,
always
we're
reach
gonna
out to me.
definitely stay in touch. We're gonna stay in touch.
You
And
know
we're
what
gonna
I'm
get this thing
saying?
going. We need to get back to our CB roots and go
Yeah,
back to one
man.
VI. That's the name of the game. It's a one VI
Yeah,
game.
Yeah,
one VI,
man.
yeah.
Start getting some
One VI.
AAU
Like
teams
that.
out and start traveling. We go get money. Trust me. You get fundings out there, we go get money. You got a lot of money
Right.
out there. Trust me. It's just who you know wrong here.
Right?
Trust me.
Yeah, that's true too.
So, and it's sad though, but it's for the youth. It ain't for us. It's for the youth. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
And all we're trying to do is extend the same favor that somebody did for us. So
Yeah, it's for the youth, man. I don't mind taking 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off from my job to take kids to a tournament in Milwaukee, a Nike tournament. Them children never experience them thing. Why we can't do
exactly.
it for them? You know what I'm saying? I think we should have a opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think that'll be a great opportunity. Like I say, it's good to start from the younger age and see where we could go and just grow you from that young age and just grow from now and just build teams from there.
And just keep following, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Or like you
I
said,
agree.
the older one them is like it's a hit and miss. You don't giving up on them, you know, but it's just a hit and miss. You know what I'm saying? It's just a hit and miss.
I
For
agree.
real.
Like the team I work with right now is 13 and under and 15 and under. So
That's
I do have
perfect.
a
That's
young
perfect.
team.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
yeah.
That's perfect, man. And then you do still have girls out there who want to play ball too at the wrong that age too. So we could always have a girls team too. Like it's just about building a foundation, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, willing to do it. I don't have a problem with it. You know, just reach out to me, let me know. I dunk for it. Trust me. I dunk for it.
Bless up, man.
You
Any
don't gotta
last
worry
words?
about
Anybody you want to shout out? I mean,
Yeah,
give your
yeah, for
last.
sure.
I ain't
Ray
gonna
and-
a lot of friends like that. No man. No
Yeah,
man, shout out to Lorena, you know, thanks Lorena for having me. Them guys
definitely.
reaching
Yeah.
out for me. For sure.
Big up.
I keep every time I see her, I say, Lorena, when you put me on your show, she said I'm gonna get you on the show, man. I used to tell her that all the time, you know.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
That's the show to get, you know. That's
Yeah.
the one.
That's
Yeah,
the one
that's
I
the
try
one.
and get on.
Yeah.
I try and get. I know she hearing me. I try and get on. To that show there. But I just want to say shout out to everybody out there on Facebook, and then also, man, like the young generation, just don't give up, man. Just keep fighting. You know, like never give up on your dreams. Really and truly, it might be tough. It's gonna be hard. We ain't gonna say it's easy. How all of us had our trials and tribulations going through this process, but don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us could have gave up. I could have gave up. You know what I'm saying? Tegan could have gave up. Mamba could have gave up. Pan could have gave up. All of us could have gave up. But just keep fighting through. You're gonna have some down days. You're gonna be like, man, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with schoolwork. I don't want to deal with basketball. It's pressure. This, but at the end of the day, is a light to the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So just keep fighting for your dreams, and you never know. You might not, like I say, I'll tell anybody. You might not make it to the league, but you got education out of it. And they're gonna
Very
be
true.
worth it in the end. For real. It's gonna be worth it in the end. Real talk.
Beautiful, my brother, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
made my night tonight, man.
Thank you,
This was
man. Thank
amazing,
you.
man. This was amazing. Definitely shout out to all the viewers, everybody that supported, you know, everybody that tuned in, you know, supporting Akil, you know, and his episode, man. Definitely shout out to everybody. Appreciate you guys. You know, shout out, you know, big up to Lorena for making this happen. You know, and definitely shout out to all the athletes, cousin. I know Lorena posts a lot of high school athletes going to college and stuff like that. So definitely congratulations to all the high school athletes and stuff like that that
sure,
you know
for
furthering
sure.
the career and opportunity to go to college and stuff like that. So definitely big up to all of them. all the parents and all the family as well too. So next episode is supposed to be March 6th. We're supposed to have Weapon.
All right, we got Weapon.
Yeah, we got Weapon coming on.
Leon
March 6th.
Chimmingham. All
Leon
right.
Chimmingham. Man, I was drawing blank. Leon Chimmingham. So March 6th. But we supposed to be coming on before then because I know Tegan going to get his.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the States with the guys then.
Yeah,
so I'm going to be there from March 1st to the 7th. So
okay, good luck up there, man. Good luck up there for sure.
Yeah, man, it'll be a good trip. I mean, last year we won 2 tournaments. And them guys haven't played in 2 years. And 7 of them guys was able to go and play in the States. And now we're going to reunite and go and play again in a tournament. So hopefully, I want to see. I haven't coached them and we haven't practiced. But I want to see what they learn playing in the States. Let me see if they learn anything great. I will have to cuss them out and see what the hell they learning up there. Well, a lot of the guys doing well. A lot of the guys right now is in state
That's
semis.
good, man.
That's awesome, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's good, man. That's good.
So take us out, Mumba, man. And like always, good to go.
Man.
Blessings to everybody, man. Everybody be safe once again. Appreciate you guys supporting us always, man. And definitely support all the other podcasts out there. Definitely support Live Wire. They always do good stuff for the youths, them. They always do great things. So definitely support them. See Boogie Talks on Wednesday PM. And everybody else, I know Rashid have a show at Vivid. So definitely you guys just try to support each other and definitely, just make it happen, man. And one day at a time, we're going to grow the VI and try and make everything happen for the youths, them. But one love to everybody. God bless, man. Everybody be safe.
All right, man. Good night. Safe night. Love alone.